Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the broadcast live here on AHS Tiger Live. Tonight's featured matchup between the Tigers and the Cordova Wolves is coming up in just a little under half of an hour. But it is homecoming night. We're going to be taking a look at the events and ceremonies of that taking place right here, right now. We'll see you at 7 o'clock. Until then, this is Roman Cleary signing out.
Hey, Tiger fans, make your way to the concession stand on the home side for the best in all your in-game eats. Chick-fil-A sandwiches, Baby Jack's barbecue sandwiches, and nachos. Burgers. Hot dogs. And more. On the guest side, for an even wider variety of tasty game day treats, you'll find Baby Jack's barbecue nachos and their famous sweet tea. The newest item is Baby Jack's barbecue fries, burgers, hot dogs, and big juicy bratwursts. Yeah, baby, yeah. Hey, Tiger fans, a big thank you to our field sponsors, Brian Elder Roofing, Homer Skelton, Chrysler Deep Dodge, Microport Orthopedics, Jenna Walker, State Farm, Memphis Orthopedic Group, Grand Homes, HNA Engineering, D&G Contracting, H. Saga International, Money Sub Shop in Arlington, Matsura Nationwide Insurance, Tyler Little State Farm, Viscovo Dentistry, Wolf Chase Honda, the Lee Mills family, the Dale Viox family, the Mike Wisman family, Arlington Motors, Athletic Services Plus, Bellevue Baptist Church, First Citizens National Bank, Barbara Fletcher, Kay and Ron Williams, Savage Brothers Painting, Kroger, and Waste Pro. Banner sponsors for this year's Tigers Big League Promotions: Sherwin-Williams, Rough Country Dog Resort, Fierce Headwear, Lad Safety, TNT Greens, D's Garage Floors, Peel Law Firm, Duke Insurance, The Flamingo, Baby Jack's Barbecue, Ortho South, Little Studio, Joe Stewart Body Shop, Harrison Tree, HB Lawns, 138 Renovation, Cell 901, Patriot Bank, Promo Hound, the Josh Holly Team, the Ashley Ormsby Team, Tammy Patton, Arlington Physical, Enterprise Realtor, CrossFit Reveille, Menda Markers, and Southern Ballet. Tiger fans, have family or friends at home that want to see our Tigers play? Be sure to visit ahstigerlife.com and youtube.com/ahstigerlife for our student-directed, student-produced live stream production. With 4 different camera angles, student commentators, and instant replays, it's a top-notch production. Check it out soon at AHS Tiger Life. Hey, Tiger fans, welcome to Homecoming. Tonight, we'll crown our 2021 AHS King and Queen. First, we'll crown the King. Our first candidate on the court is Mr. John Davis III. John is the son of John and Holly Davis and is escorted tonight by his mother.
Here at AHS, John is on the varsity football and track teams, and you'll see him use his skills tonight on the field. Outside of school, John enjoys going to places with his family and chilling and playing with his PS4. John is undecided about his college plans, but we know he'll do well wherever he ends up. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Davis III. Our next senior is Mr. Corbin Drew. Corbin is the son of April Wood and is escorted here tonight by his mother. At AHS, Corbin is a member of Technology Student Association. Outside of school, he enjoys working out, hanging with friends, and hunting. Next year, Corbin plans to attend UT Knoxville and major in civil engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Corbin Drew. Our third senior is Mr. Bryce Jones. Bryce is the son of Megan and Van Jones and is escorted here tonight by his mother. Bryce enjoys hunting, fishing, working, and running his own landscape and lawn care company, which he plans to continue after high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bryce Jones. Our next senior is Mr. Brandon Kelly. Brandon is the son of Sabrina and Peyton Kelly and is escorted here tonight by his mother. Here at AHS, Brandon is a member of TSA, Beta Club, Student Council, NEHS, NTHS, French Club, Advocates for Human Rights, Environmental Club, Sand Volleyball Club, and on the track and field team. Outside of school, he enjoys playing volleyball, playing music, reading, bowling, skating, and going to Crave. Next year, Brandon plans to attend the University of Memphis, major in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brandon Kelly. Our next senior is Mr. Aiden Rosendahl. Aiden is the son of Adam and Anna Rosendahl and is escorted here tonight by his mother. Here at AHS, Aiden is a member of the Sand Volleyball Club, Young Republicans, and Beta Club, where he also plays lacrosse. Outside of school, he enjoys playing bass guitar, spending time with friends and family, and playing sports. Next year, Aiden plans to attend Florida Gulf Coast University and major in business management. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aiden Rosendahl. Our final senior is Mr. Lake Wallace. Lake is the son of Lee and Faith Wallace and is escorted here tonight by his mother. Here at AHS, Lake is a member of Best Buddies, Beta Club, National Science Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and Mu Alpha Theta, all while being a member of the lacrosse team. Outside of school, he enjoys playing basketball with friends, watching sports, listening to music, and playing video games. Next year, Lake plans to attend the University of Memphis and major in architectural engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lake Wallace. And your 2021 Homecoming King is, drum roll, Brandon Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field for your pregame entertainment, the Arlington High School Tiger Band. A good evening and welcome to Tiger Stadium on the campus of Arlington High School for an evening of Arlington Tiger football. Tonight's matchup features the Wolves from Cordova High School and your Tigers from Arlington High School. At this time, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Place your hand over your heart. This is our national anthem, sung tonight by Priya Vani.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is homecoming night as the Arlington Tigers have their final game of this 5-week homestand against the Cordova Wolves. Both teams are coming off of tough losses, as Arlington lost a close one to White Station 28-24, while Cordova
Tonight's
got
game
thrashed by
officials.
Collierville 45-7.
Your referee, Al Langbein.
These struggles have been
Umpire,
nothing new
Martin
for the Wolves this year, however.
Linesman, Ray
They have
Rogers.
failed to score more than 7 points in a while also preventing the opposing team from scoring less than 42 in a single contest. It's been a different story for Arlington, as the Tigers have been competitive in the majority of their matchups, but the inconsistency of the offense has been the main plague during their struggles. Without a true starting option at quarterback and a lack of a #1 receiving target, it's been up to John Davis and the running game to carry the load. And while that has worked to an extent, Arlington will simply not be able to play at a higher level until their passing game becomes a legitimate threat. As Arlington prepares to go on the road for the first time in over a month next week, will they be able to take care of business and win what should be the easiest game they have for the rest of the year? It's the 0-5 Cordova Wolves against the 2-3 Arlington Tigers, and it's next on AHS Tiger Life. To Arlington football, live on AHS Tiger Live. This is Roman Cleary calling the action for you, along with Jake Stoop. And tonight, it is the final game of this 5-game or week stretch at home for the Arlington Tigers. And ironically enough, Jake, it is homecoming as the Tigers 2-3 take on the 0-5 Cordova Wolves.
It is homecoming, and it's probably a good week to have homecoming. Cordova coming in 0-5, as we talked about. They have had a tough schedule so far, playing Houston, Central, and Carterville, all of which have amazing teams this year. They've had a hard schedule so far. Young roster with a lot of seniors that left last year.
Well, Cordova, they've certainly showed the youth. They have failed, even against those tough opponents, to score more than 7 points in a single game this year. But this is arguably the easiest game of the year for either side, if you really think about it. At least it's the easiest game remaining for Arlington. They got it pretty rough after this. But for Cordova, it's a chance for them to potentially prove that they're a better team when they don't have to face these massive superstar-like opponents that they've been facing so far.
Yes, this is definitely a game where Cordova needs to prove itself. They've been outscored 249-26 all season. To me, that's a little detrimental right there. It's probably unacceptable. Like we said, they are a young team, but they have a solid coach. Their coach is named Marcus Wimberly. He's played in the NFL in '97 for the Falcons. He's the former East High football coach, actually, and he won state in 2016, 2017 year before being hired by Cordova, and ever since, East has really struggled to be a prominent team. So you know Cordova has that good coaching. Let's just see if they can put it on the field with their players tonight.
Say hello to your Arlington Tigers as they have just come out through the tunnel in the classic gold helmet as they look to get back to 500 here once again for what I believe is the third time this year they are in a hole in terms of their record. 2-3 now after losing to White Station last week. And Jake, what do you think the keys are for Arlington here to get back on track after losing a heartbreaker to White Station a week ago?
I mean, obviously, if you've been keeping up with this Arlington team, you got to mention the offensive struggles. There have been so many mistakes made on the offensive end, whether it's been false starts, bad play calling by the coaches, or just miscommunications, and the quarterback situation doesn't help with that. We come in knowing that Grant Buchanan will start the game, but that is one of the good things about this game. We know who the starter is going to be, and he will probably start the whole game, assuming there isn't a mishap like there has been the past couple games.
Well, it's not very easy to assume that, since you just mentioned there has been at least what you would like to call, or what you would call a mishap in terms of quarterback play. Grant Buchanan, we're going to assume that he's actually going to start the football game. It could end up being Elvis Simpson. Coach Shivers has shown that he likes to rotate around with the quarterbacks. But we're not going to find that out right now because Cordova will be getting the football first to start out the ball game. Ethan Ford, the kickoff specialist, will be starting us off here in just a moment. Congratulations to senior Brandon Kelly, by the way, just a few months ago, taking home the homecoming king. We'll find out who the queen is at the half. But we're not going to worry about that right now because it's time for football, baby. Here we go. We're underway. Jeremiah Jordan will let this roll to the end zone where Cordova and freshman quarterback Jalen Webster will be taking over from their own 20-yard line.
Yes, this offense, as we've seen in film, is a heavy pass offense. They like a lot of slant routes. Their offensive line is a little weak. At least that's what we've seen so far. So they like to get the ball out quickly. Watch for a lot of pass plays.
And as we've seen so far, it's really been the pass defense that's had its struggle whenever Arlington's defense has actually had its struggles. For the most part, it has been pretty good, but we've seen before these high-powered passing offense, the Tigers, they've just had a lot of trouble dealing with it. We'll see if Cordova is able to continue that trend here tonight. 4 wide set with 2 backs. Webster hands. Jeremiah Jordan, I believe, is on the carry there. There'll be a gain of 2. Excuse me, that was Trey Hammond. Trey Hammond on the carry, gain of 2. It looked like it'll be second down.
Cordova has had a solid running game this year. They do rely on the pass, but they can get a run when they need it.
It's a good starter there for the Wolves here on this first drive of the game. Mariko Wilson making the stop. Gave him 4, so it'll be second down and 6 coming up right here. Webster hands. And nothing for him that time. Cyril O'Connor on the carry.
Absolutely no room to run right there. Good job on the Arlington front, holding him and not even letting the offensive line move the defensive line back.
Third down coming up with the Cordova Wolves. It's been familiar territory for them so far, as they've had trouble scoring all season long. Arlington looks to continue that trend right here, right now. Didn't gain anything on that last play, so it is third down and 6 for the freshman quarterback, Jalen Webster. 2 back set again. Webster will throw it. Excuse me, that's not Webster throwing the football. Incomplete. That was actually Devondre Collins actually making the throw there. It did fall incomplete. No flags on the field, so it'll be 4th down.
This is also a familiar situation for Arlington. Last week against White Station, they got pretty good field position every single drive that they got the ball, just weren't able to convert. This is huge. This is his first drive. Get the momentum, starting out the game. This would be a huge drive right here.
And this is a little bit of a good sign for Arlington because they have a little bit of a history this year of allowing touchdowns on the opening drive of the game. We saw it last week against White Station. We saw it against Bartlett. I believe we also saw it against Overton. But good for them here to get this first stop right out of the gate. 4th down and 6. Cordova will punt the football away. It's a short one. Spencer Pruitt will field it. Pruitt past the 40, past the 35, down to the 31. He'll be brought down there. And here comes the Arlington offense with phenomenal field position.
Great field position, like you said. Already in field goal range right off the rip. Just looking forward to see who this quarterback is. We assume it's going to be Grant Buchanan, but it looks like Elvis Simpson is in the middle of the huddle right now.
Yes, Simpson just took the huddle. But it is going to be Grant Buchanan. We saw Simpson right in the middle of the pile there in the huddle, but yes, it is Grant Buchanan, who was a little bit banged up in practice earlier this week, as Jake mentioned a moment ago. But he's starting tonight at quarterback. Here comes the Homecoming King nominee, John Davis, on this first play for Arlington from scrimmage. He will go nowhere that time. Second down.
If you have been watching Arlington the past couple weeks, you've noticed that they have relied on the run. They have not been able to pass the ball very effectively. I believe it was 11 pass yards last week. So they actually changed their offense. You'll see them just lining everyone up on the line, probably with a 2 tight end front, 2 wings. This is what you call the wing T. If you are in tune with football, this is what that is. High run offense.
Well, it looks like they're going with a little bit more of a traditional set here to start it out at least. Davis will get the ball here on second down. He's going to burst through a hole. I believe he's right at the marker. Oh, he's still going. John Davis with a second effort. That's definitely a first down inside of the 15. Probably mark him around the 14 to the 13 there. First down Arlington.
Looks like this new offense is pretty effective right off the go. This is definitely something you want to see if you're Arlington.
What a run there from John Davis. Looked like he was going to get stopped right at the marker. Would have gotten the first down. Maybe it would have been third down and inches. We'll never know, though, because he made that second burst, that second effort to get the easy conversion of the chains. Right back to him, his third carry already. Davis. Inside of the 10, he'll be down at the, looks to be the 9. Be second down, and Antonio Hines will check into the game now.
Davis already with 21 rushing yards in 3 plays. This is something that's great if you're Arlington. Why not give it to your best player every single play?
Well, the best player that you're speaking of has now come out of the football game, so they'll have to do something different here on second down and 5. Antonio Hines will take Davis's place in the backfield. Buchanan going to go to Antonio Hines, and Hines is stuffed at the line. Cordova all over that one. No gain, maybe a loss of 1. It'll be third down.
That's something with the offense where you know the run's going to be there every single time. So if the offensive line doesn't do its job, it's very predictable on the defensive side of the ball.
John Davis will come right back into the game after that. 3rd down, 5 yards to go here from the Cordova 9-yard line. Arlington looking to get a touchdown here to open up this game after the defensive stop. Buchanan gonna hand you in to John Davis. Davis around the corner, touchdown Arlington! John Davis on 3rd down and 7, taking it all the way home. And the Tigers are on the board first.
John Davis just took it to the outside. We got to see a little bit of his speed right there, just outrunning all the defenders to run in right at the right corner.
It looked like Davis was going to get stuffed for a moment, but he got that second wind and was able to just barely get around the corner, beat his man to the end zone, and the Tigers will take the lead here to start out the game. Jacob DeShields to kick the extra point. DeShields is good. He shouted me out on Twitter, by the way, earlier this week. Jacob DeShields did. Appreciate that as much as I believe he appreciates the ball going through for him that time to put Arlington up 7-0.
Yeah, as you said, John Davis just get that second burst of energy on every single run on that drive. Looked like he would get stuffed at the offensive line or at the line of scrimmage, but he continued to get yards, more and more yards every single play.
Let's see if Cordova's going to be able to start getting more and more yards every single play as they are about to embark on their second offensive possession of the night. Very bad start for the Wolves here. They have to punt the football after their first drive, give Arlington great field position. They easily go, take it, and score. Very, very unfortunate turn of events here to start out the game if you're the Wolves. Ford will kick it off again. Jeremiah Jordan the return. Jordan gonna flip it across the field. What is this? Down the sideline. Can Ethan Ford catch him? Yes, he can. Ethan Ford is able to stop Ladarian Ferguson from taking it all the way home. But what a play for Cordova. The trick play on the kickoff return. Jordan passes it backwards across the field to Ladarian Ferguson, the senior. What an unbelievable play here.
That was so unexpected. I am still shocked that worked. He threw it the length of the field sideways and ran about 70 yards. That was insane. That's something you can't even prepare for.
Looks like we're moving back here. Oh, they got Cordova for a penalty. So that's not going to count. They may have gotten Jordan for an illegal forward pass.
If you're Cordova, that's a heartbreaker. Right
what an
there.
unfortunate turnout there for the Wolves. That's just so disappointing to come up with that great play. Get it to Ladarian Ferguson. Passing it across the field to from Jeremiah Jordan, excuse me.
Instead of starting on Arlington's 30, you are now back at your own, looks like the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
That is a dramatic swing.
Which is exactly where the returns start. Well, Devondre Collins is in at quarterback here once again for Cordova. Collins hands. Nothing for him right there. It'll be 2nd down.
They came in showing off that 4 wide receiver set, just that dominant offensive unit that hasn't really clicked so far this year, but they really have good wide receivers that can really make plays. So it's kind of confusing and that's not what we expected to see with the running game being their main aspect so far.
Carry from Trey Hammond that time. It'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Wolves as they look to avoid going 3 and out for the 2nd time in a row. Had the heartbreaking play just a few moments ago. Looked like they were going to start out on Arlington's 30, but a penalty called it back. Collins will work from the empty set. He'll throw down the middle, complete. No, dropped by Jeremiah Jordan. Off the hands. Coverage that time from who I believe to be Jackson Hare. Pass is incomplete.
Good pass, hit him right in the hands, but good coverage there by Jackson Hare, being able to knock that ball away or at least affect the ball a little bit.
Correction, it was Brady Garlick on the coverage right there.
I believe this is his first game back from an injury, so it's good to see him out there making plays early in the game.
3rd down and 10 coming up for Cordova. Tigers looking to get their 2nd stop of the game. Less than 5 minutes into it. Cordova 3rd and 10 from their own 15. Throwing is Collins. Pass is intercepted. Jordan Batts making the play. Batts breaking tackles down the sideline inside of the 15. He'll be pushed out there. Jordan Batts, a great play. No flags. First down coming up for Arlington inside of the red zone.
Jordan Batts, what vision to look back and see that ball come right at him, caught it over his shoulder. What a catch, Jordan Batts. I got to give you a shout out, man. Man, you're a great guy, and I love that catch. That was an amazing catch by Jordan Batts right
You
there.
saw that the Cordova receiver actually tried to draw the penalty by falling down, but that just made the interception even easier for Jordan Batts, who was just able to track down the football, make the phenomenal play. So now Arlington will start on the Cordova 11-yard line. Grant Buchanan, the offense, back out there. He'll hand to John Davis. Davis around the corner. He's gone, baby. Touchdown, Arlington. John Davis again. 2 straight carries, 2 straight touchdowns. Tigers up 13-0.
Again, looks like he's running right down the middle, but then cuts to the outside and shows that elusiveness and speed. Cuts to the left corner this time. What a touchdown by John Davis. It's too easy right now for Arlington.
Shields to kick the extra point again. Grant Buchanan, starting quarterback and the holder. On the field goal / extra point attempts, DeShields will knock it through. Tigers up 14-0.
Looks like the establishment of this new offense is being effective early in the game, very early in the game, with 2 early touchdowns within just over 5 minutes of the game. This is exactly what you wanted for Arlington, and definitely a great start.
I mean, it is going to be very, very interesting to see what this offense, though, is going to do once they actually have to drive the full length of the field. But they've done a good job getting good field position, keeping Cordova on their side of the field, pinning him deep. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it again here, as Ethan Ford will kick us off for the 3rd time already. Jordan and Ferguson back to return once again for Cordova. Jordan the return. Jeremiah Jordan. Jordan past the 40. Jeremiah Jordan past the 50. Down to the 40. 35-30, and he'll run out right there. Jeremiah Jordan, what a return. No penalties this time around, so I believe Cordova will actually get the good field position. First down coming up for the Wolves.
Man, that is perfect field position if you're Cordova. This is exactly what you wanted last drive, but an unfortunate penalty prohibited that, so this is exactly what you want. You need to score right here if you want to stay in this game. Arlington looks like they're going to run away with it early. This is definitely something that will get you back in the game.
They'll mark the football at around the 5th. That looks to be the 37. Move it up a yard, they'll start at the 36. Let's see what Cordova's going to be able to do now that they have great field position here. Looks like Cordova's going to actually just roll here with Devondre Collins. Collins will hand. Hammond on the carry. 2nd down coming up for the Wolves. Nothing happening for him there.
We came in talking about that weaker offensive line, and that's exactly what has shown this game. They have not been able to generate anything on the offensive side of the ball when it's come to the running game.
A gain of 2 that time around for Trey Hammond. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Arlington 34. Let's see what Cordova's going to be able to do here now with the good field positioning against a very, so far, stout Arlington defense. They're actually going to put Trey Hammond out wide for this play. Collins to throw, pressure coming in, pass is complete. This is going to be a 1st down and more. On the run, 1st down, Cordova. Reception that time from Chris Randolph. What a play. Inside of the 10 we go for Cordova. 1st down, Wolves.
He had at least 5 yards off the linebacker right there when he caught the ball, gaining 20 yards after the catch. They're on the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. This is definitely a place where you need to score.
Huge opportunity for Cordova Down 14-0 here early on in the game. There's still plenty of time left, and they're showing that right here, right now. Already looking to chip into this multi-possession Arlington Tiger lead. Collins, the hand, in trying to burst through, trying to stay upright. Cyril Connor doesn't get much yardage, though, ultimately be second down.
Even though he gained nothing on that play, showed off his strength right there, moving left about 15 yards, not letting anybody tackle him. I mean, that's been their best run so far, and it was actually sideways.
Collins actually managed to get a gain of 4 despite the box from Arlington. So second down, goal to go from the 6-yard line for Cordova as they're looking to at least put a hole in this Arlington lead that they've gained here early on. Play action, Hammond the throw, or Collins the throw, excuse me. Pass is incomplete. We third down.
We came in knowing that pass offense was going to be one of their strong suits, but so far, other than those 2 passes, not much we've seen so far here in this game.
Third down and goal from the 6 coming up for Cordova. This is a huge opportunity for them to strike right back after going down 14-0 early on here. 4:56 to go in the first quarter here on AHS Tiger Life.
If you're Cordova, look for one of those slant routes right here. The running game hasn't been going. Look for a wideout right here, crossing in the middle.
Big chance for the Wolves right here. Collins, third down and 6 from the goal to go position. Devondre Collins inching forward. Is he going to get in? I think he's just short. Yes, he is. Collins did not quite get there. So it's going to be 4th down and goal. Obviously, you're going to go for this if you're Cordova. You pretty much have to. 4th down, goal to go from the 1-yard line. And they're going to run what looks to be some sort of, Collins is under center. Looked like they were going to go for a wildcat for a second, but no, Collins under center, 4th down and goal. Collins sneaking. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cordova. The Wolves are on the board with 4:07 to go in the first, and this Tiger lead will be cut down to a score.
Really would have been disappointing if they didn't capitalize off that great field position to start off this drive. Cordova, that is exactly what you needed. Get on the board, get momentum kind of back on your side because Arlington really pulled away in the first 5 minutes.
Yes, they did, but Cordova, they're now just immediately right back into this thing with that touchdown there from Devondre Collins on the quarterback sneak. 4th down and goal. Carlos Garcia to kick this extra point. It is no good. Garcia did not put it in. 14-6 Arlington.
Oh, that hurts.
And that is going to be the first break of the night. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers up 14-6 late in the first.
I can't express how much I appreciate every single thing that St. Jude has done. You never know when you could be that determining factor to save the next child's life. 1 million thank yous wouldn't be enough.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And we're back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers up 14-6 as they will prepare to get the football back here for their third possession tonight. First 2 have been scores from John Davis, but it looks like they're going to have to actually go the length of the field this time around if they want to score again. Carlos Garcia, who just missed an extra point a moment ago, will kick this off. Little onside kick here. Can Arlington get on top of this? I believe they did. Yeah, they did. So Arlington will start from what looks to be the 39. A little scared there for the Tigers, but they'll get the football.
Good recovery there by Landon Seward. This is decent field position. Looking at the circumstances that could have happened, they could have kicked it off and put them at the 25, but instead they get the ball at the 40.
I mean, I don't know. From what we saw from the extra point, I have to question whether Carlos Garcia actually has the leg to kick it that far.
That is true.
First down and 10 from the 39. Buchanan to throw here for the first time tonight, I believe. Grant Buchanan going to throw down the field. Pass is going to be intercepted. Jeremiah Jordan making the play. Jordan past the 50 to the 45 to the 40, and he'll be pushed out there. One play, one interception. Flag is on the field, though, however. But if this stands, what a bad interception for Grant Buchanan.
I mean, he just threw it into double coverage. He wasn't really open. He had two guys just eyeing the football the whole time, ready for that pick. There were two guys on that play who legitimately could have picked the ball off right there.
Thomas Rakowski was the intended receiver, but he was double covered. The safety, Jeremiah Jordan, coming up with the interception. Flag is down on the field, but it looked like it was actually thrown after the interception was made. So it may have been something that happened during the return. Yeah, they're going to get Cordova for a personal foul. Looks like they actually got the Wolves for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after some abrasive celebration. So yes, Cordova gets the football back, but they're going to get basically no field position at all whatsoever now thanks to the penalty.
Great field position right here to start out. That defensive possession was really good for them. I mean, Arlington primarily runs the ball, but Cordova seemed to expect that throw there. Great coverage there on the defensive side of the ball.
But it's really a killer there if you're Cordova. You come up with the interception, you return it to Arlington territory, but a flag brings it back. So now they got to start from their own 37 instead because of the 15-yard penalty from where Jordan intercepted the football. Collins to throw. Wide open is Hammond. Trey Hammond. Hammond down the field. Trey Hammond is gone. Touchdown, Cordova. Wolves are right back in it.
70-yard touchdown. What a play by Hammond.
Trey Hammond putting the team on his back right now. Cordova will go and try to tie the football game with a 2-point conversion. What a start here for Arlington, but what an even better response for Cordova.
55 yards after the catch. Man, that is exactly what you needed if you're Cordova. Right back in this game. That extra point that they missed looks like it's haunting them right now. They'll be down one, which could hurt them in the long run.
Excuse me, they're actually going to try the extra point with Carlos Garcia. And Garcia's kick is good. So it's actually going to be 14-13. Cordova opted to go with the extra point instead of trying to tie the football game. So Arlington will remain up by one here. Just a busting coverage. Jackson Hare couldn't get to Trey Hammond, and Hammond was gone from there. Unfortunate play if you're the Tigers, but what a response from Cordova after going down 14-0 early on.
4 linebackers and DBs that could have tackled him, yet missed every single one. Great speed, though, by Hammond. It was really hard to tackle him right there. He moved very fast down the field.
It is the running back show here in Arlington, Tennessee. 2 touchdowns for John Davis, a huge touchdown for Trey Hammond just a moment ago. 14-13, Arlington up by 1 here on homecoming night here in Arlington, Tennessee. Live here on AHS Tiger Life. I'm Roman Cleary. Jake Stoop is in the booth with me tonight for the 2nd week in a row.
Great to be here, Roman.
Arlington will be getting the football back in just a moment after throwing the interception last time around to give Cordova another shot. Garcia. He'll boot it away this time. On the return, Thomas Rakowski. Rakowski trying to stay upright. He's still going. Thomas Rakowski's going to drag defenders all the way to the 38. Arlington will take the football from there.
Rakowski almost got nailed there on that kick return, yet he missed the tackle and was able to gain 15 yards after that initial hit.
Nice burst there from Thomas Rakowski, the junior. They're actually going to mark the football. They're going to give it a kind of a generous spot. Are they going to put that at the 39 or the 40? I think it's at the 39. Oh, no. No forward progress for Thomas Rakowski. They're going to mark this at the 37. Not at the 38 like I originally thought. Grant Buchanan back out there after the interception. First down for Arlington. Hand to John Davis. Davis still up. Nothing happening for him right there. Gain of 2, second down.
Hopeful to see Arlington not make any of those mental mistakes or make bad play calls. This is exactly where they were last possession, but they made a critical interception that led to a Cordova touchdown.
Tigers looking to bounce back after the turnover here on second down. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play. Davis actually bursted forward for more yards than I thought. It'll be second down and 6. Buchanan, hand to Davis again. Another short gain. Third down coming up for Arlington.
3 or 4 yards to go. Why not give it to Davis again? He's been consistently getting those 4-yard plays, so I really expect to see a run play right here.
I may have just been seeing things, but it actually looked like Spencer Pruitt and Chris Randolph were actually getting a little bit chippy out there on that last play. We'll see if that leads to anything. Third down and 3 coming up for the Tigers. Looking to avoid going 3 and out. Davis on third down. He's not going to get it. Great stuff there from Cordova. Great play from the Wolves to stop Arlington. Tackle that time from Christopher Rogers. Fourth down coming up for Arlington. Let's see what they're going to do here.
I mean, 3 or 4 guys in the offensive line were already 10 yards past where John Davis was getting tackled. Confusing play there by Arlington, and really confused by Arlington's offensive line on that play.
Okay, so Arlington looks like they're going to go for it, but they're taking John Davis out of the football game and putting Antonio Hines in. Fourth down and 2 coming up from their own 45. A huge opportunity for Cordova to get the football in plus territory here again. 4th and 2. Buchanan. Hand to Hines. Antonio Hines is not going to get it. Cordova stuffed him behind the line immediately. This is going to be Wolves football.
Just saw it coming.
I mean, that was just way too predictable right there if you're Arlington. Just straight up, you take the starting running back out of the game, you just come in and hand it off to the backup. Cordova's just going to see that coming all day, quite frankly. But what a play from the Wolves to get the stop. And now the momentum is truly on their side here in this game.
We talked about Arlington's strong suit being the running game, which it obviously has been so far, but little running game the past 6 minutes since they scored those 2 touchdowns. Great job on Cordova's defensive front.
Cordova now looking to take the lead here on first down and 10 from the Arlington 46. Handoff to the superstar of the game so far, Trey Hammond. Hammond. Short little gain right there. Be second down.
Got outside there for 3 or 4 yards. Solid play there from Hammond. Didn't really come to the game knowing much about him, but he has already been a certified star so far in this game.
Well, the freshman Jalen Webster started the football game, but ever since Cordova put in the junior Devondre Collins, their offense has been clicking a lot more, and they're now looking to take the lead here in Tiger Stadium for the first time here on second down and 8. Collins to throw, pressure coming in, he's gonna get hit but throw it over the top. Pass is complete, and with a flag on the field, this is going against Brady Garlock, but what a grab from Jeremiah Jordan. Unbelievable play.
Looks like the QB is a little shaken up there too.
But he is on his feet. Check this, what a throw here from Collins. Wow. Great ball awareness from Jeremiah Jordan to make the play. They're gonna mark the football at what looks to be the 12-yard line, so just outside of the 10.
Great catch there for Cordova. This is exactly what haunted Arlington last week, those big passing plays. This is definitely not what you want to see if you're Arlington.
Well, Collins did get shaken up, so here comes Jalen Webster, the freshman, back into the game as he looks to lead Cordova to the lead himself. Hand off to Trey Hammond, and Hammond's not going to go anywhere that time. Arlington all over it. Second down coming up. Loss of what looks to be a yard or 2 there for Hammond.
Looks like a mishandle of the handoff to the running back. That's what led to that 3-yard loss.
See if Cordova's just going to let this run out here. Maybe give Collins a chance to recover. But Collins is running back out there right now, so we just had to take a play off. Second down and 13 coming up for the Wolves from the Arlington 15-yard line. We're under 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Are they going to get the play off? And I believe they did. Collins going to throw to the end zone. Final play of the quarter. Caught it. Touchdown Cordova. The Wolves, after starting out down 14-0, have now taken the lead on the last play of the quarter. Warren Morris in the corner of the end zone. What a sequence.
Another one of those huge passing plays for Cordova. This has been a recurring theme here in this first quarter. Off to a hot start after going down 14-0.
Warren Morris just beat his man, Josiah Elzy, on the play. Elzy didn't have much of a chance that time. Great ball from Collins. Carlos Garcia. Good. 20-14. What a turnaround here in this first quarter.
Cordova has the momentum right now. Arlington's sideline looks absolutely defeated, and I would be too if I just gave up 20-0 run. That is not ideal.
We're going to be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Second quarter coming up next. Arlington down 20-14 to Cordova.
All over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Jason, let's go see your room.
How is it? Is it good?
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. Cordova, after starting out the first quarter down 14-0, go on a 20-point surge late in the quarter to take a 20-14 lead as we enter the second quarter. How did this all happen, Jake?
I mean, Arlington played stellar defense and had a two great offensive possessions, just getting really good field position to run the ball. But since they haven't had great field position, we haven't really seen that offense click as much as it had when they're on the 30 or 40 to start the drive.
Rakowski to return here on this play for Arlington. He'll be dragged down at what looks to be the 28-yard line. And Arlington will start from there, looking to take back the lead on this drive.
With that run-based offense, it's really hard to get a rhythm going without your guys getting tired, because you've got to run the ball 72 yards on this drive to be able to score. That's going to be hard to do, especially when you don't have that solid passing game you can rely on when the run's not clicking.
Grant Buchanan is now back in the game once again. Arlington not giving up on him just yet. Buchanan hands to John Davis. Davis breaks off a tackle. John Davis still on the run. Davis still going. The gain of 9, second down coming up for the Tigers.
Even with the offensive struggles, the yards after the initial hit for John Davis is about as much as his actual rushing yards the entire game. He's been hit up front early, but he's been able to get outside and really move the ball effectively for the Tigers.
But it's got to be more than John Davis if this offense wants to get clicking. They got to get their weapons going. They got to get Spencer Pruitt, Gabriel Torres going. You got to get Grant Buchanan going in the passing game. Just have to get more people involved than just the running backs. Second down, 2 yards to go. Going to Thomas Rakowski. Again, Thomas Rakowski, he's got a first down. Flag is on the field. So this may be coming back.
Looks like it may have been a face mask. He was on the tackle. If this was on Arlington, this would really hurt the momentum. Got a 9-yard gain on the first down. This would put them back about 2nd and 14.
You see a Cordova player motioning for an eligible man downfield signal. Yeah, they're going to get Arlington for holding.
2nd and 16.
I thought the flag came just a little bit before that tackle. So it'll be second down coming up for the Tigers after the penalty. Really unfortunate because you were able to convert, move the chains that time. But now they're going to move back to the 31 and go again from there.
Looks like 2nd and 7, actually. Not bad field position starting out.
And Arlington will just call the timeout. They're all out of sorts right now.
Like that timeout call. Get a good play going to get at least the first down, if not really close to the line of that line you need to get to. I really like that call. Set up a solid play call going into this 3rd down, 2nd down.
Well, Cordova has really turned it around after looking like they were in no man's land to start the game. Jake, in your opinion, what do you think has changed about the way the Wolves have approached it here early on in this game?
I mean, to start out, they didn't have those big plays. Their momentum has really come from those long passing plays, whether it's been to Haynes, I think you said, or just the touchdowns that have been on the back shoulder of the receivers. The receivers making great catches, though. The quarterback putting in prime position for them to catch the ball. It's really been the big plays that Cordova has survived on so far in the game.
2nd down, 7 yards to go from the 31. Let's see if Arlington's going to be able to convert after having the previous 1st down play called back because of a holding penalty. Buchanan, clip to Davis. Oh, man, Cordova's all over it that time. Wolves all over it. Flag is on the field, though. After the play, they may get Cordova for some extracurricular activity. But what a great play for the Wolves. Stuffing Thomas Rakowski, just hitting him in the mouth in the backfield.
Looks like they're backing up.
The flag came in after the play was over. Yeah, they're going to get Cordova for an unsportsmanlike. Can't say I blame them. There was a little bit of excessive celebration after the play was over. Really unfortunate if you're the Wolves because they just made a great play on defense, set Arlington up in a really, really bad situation.
Looks like they had the excessive celebration, but they've backed the football up to the 25-yard line.
Well, they backed it up because Rakowski lost yardage on that previous play.
Okay. Looks like they're moving it up now, though.
Yeah, they'll move it up now.
There we go.
Because that is an automatic 1st down by rule. But really unfortunate for Cordova because they were able to get stuff, put Arlington in a really, really bad spot for 3rd down. But now it's like that play never happened and it's 1st down for the Tigers.
That's a good break for Arlington. Get a 1st down, get a reset on downs. That's what you needed. Really need to establish the run game. Nothing's been going since those first 2 touchdowns.
This is the 2nd penalty of this type against Cordova. They really have to keep control of themselves if they want to win this. John Davis will take the carry here on 1st down. Gain of what looks to be about 3 or 4. It'll be 2nd down.
We came in knowing that they had just established that wing T offense, but it looked like it was going early on, but since then it's just been slow plays, and it looks like the defense has been able to predict what they've been doing pretty well so far. Helmet
came off for John Davis, so he'll have to come out of the game for a play. Antonio Hines will check in for the Tigers. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Arlington. Rakowski will check out, and Jeffrey McCarter will come back in.
Looks like the depth of Arlington's running backs has been solid so far, with Rakowski, Hines, and Davis all running the ball early in this game.
2nd and 6 for Grant Buchanan. He'll hand to Antonio Hines. Hines breaks off 1. He'll break off 2, but it'll go nowhere. Gain of 1, 3rd down.
Those run plays have not been working. The offensive line just 10 yards down the field when the initial contact was made. Really confused by that. It's just so predictable on the defensive side of the ball.
3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Arlington Tigers. Pruitt will check out, and Ryan Irving will actually come into the game. He hasn't seen much playing time so far this year. 3rd down, 5 yards to go coming up for Arlington. Buchanan hands to Antonio Hines. Hines is going to get right to the marker. I don't think they're going to give the 1st down to him, however. Yeah, they're going to mark him just short. It'll be 4th down and what looks to be 2.
Looks like they're going to go for it. This could be potentially bad if you were to give Cordova good field position, assuming they don't get the 4th down.
I mean, this is what happened last time. They were bold and went for on a 4th down and 2. It was exactly a 4th down and 2. And they didn't get it. Cordova, they took the ball and scored. Let's see if that's going to happen here again, because Arlington's definitely going for this.
They got about 4 seconds to snap the ball.
Got to snap the football, and they're not going to get it in time. No, Arlington called the timeout. So that's their second of this half with 8:24 to go in it. Only one timeout remaining for Arlington in the first half. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. 4th down and 2 coming up for the Tigers up next.
My son is 10. He has brain tumor, and he's fighting for his life. We are so amazed by St. Jude. We don't have to pay, and we don't have to worry. The most important thing is his life. This really helps us so much. I really respect people who donate. Tommy can have a second chance. We as a family can have a second chance. So I'm very grateful.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. 4th down and 2 coming up for the Arlington Tigers from their own 48-yard line. Cordova down or up 20-14, but they're going to be down on this play at least, because they just gave up 3 yards to Arlington with the offsides penalty, so the Tigers are going to get the easy first down here.
That's exactly what you need if you're Arlington. You come off the field, drop a play, but you don't even have to run that play. Maybe they did an extra snap count right there to try to get the defensive side to jump, and it worked.
Undisciplined football there from Cordova. That time, it never wins. 1st down and 10 coming up for the Tigers. John Davis will carry the football here. Gain of what looks to be about 7. It'll be 2nd down coming up for Arlington.
As you mentioned, very little discipline on the defensive side of the ball this drive, with two really rare penalties and the unsportsmanlikes. Then you've got that offsides, all of which have given Arlington better field position when it looks like they were going to get stopped on down. So that's really helped Arlington. That's probably the only reason that they are on the 43 right now.
They marked Davis a little bit short of where I thought it was going to be. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. Buchanan hands to John Davis again. Davis still upright, but he's going to be thrown down there. It'll be 3rd down.
Davis, coming out the gate, was able to get those yards after the initial contact, but on this drive, it has not looked like that has been working as much as it was working earlier in the game.
7.5 minutes to go in the half. Arlington down by 6, looking to take back the lead with an extra point and a touchdown on this possession. 3rd down, 4 yards to go coming up for the Tigers. Grant Buchanan has been in the quarterback role all game long so far. No Elvis Simpson to be seen here tonight. We'll see if that changes later on, but Buchanan, despite throwing an interception and not being that great, he's still in there. John Davis, though, he's going to run it on 3rd down and 4. And Davis will have the first down. Yes, he will.
I mean, Grant Buchanan has done all he can so far with this run-based offense. I mean, there's nothing he can really do on the offensive side of the ball besides throw, but that rarely is happening with this new offense.
Davis will check out, and in comes Antonio Hines. 1st and 10 coming up for Buchanan from the Cordova 36. And speaking of Cordova, they'll call a timeout here. It's their first of the half.
Solid timeout there by Cordova with some early penalties in this drive that really allowed Arlington to get good field position without really doing much. Just the same call being called pretty much the entire game with that run with John Davis. It has been working. It was working effectively early in the game, but since then it just been off. You got to wonder if it's fatigue with John Davis, because he's run the ball easily over 10 times this game.
I mean, fatigue at this point, it's pretty much been a concern when you're talking about a guy like John Davis all year long, because this is a guy that's carried about 70 to 75% of the offensive workload, if you really think about it. And he definitely has the ability to do that, but does he have the human body ability in terms of fatigue and durability to do that.
Yeah, it's hard to be durable when you don't really have that reliable pass offense. It's pretty much you're the only go-to guy that you have.
1st and 10 from the 36 for Grant Buchanan after Cordova takes its first time out of the half. Antonio Hines will carry. Hines breaks the tackle. He's still up. Hines, gain of 2, 2nd down.
That's where John Davis, without the fatigue, obviously would have been great. He had some room on the left side. With Antonio Hines, had the room to be able to run around the defender, but instead tries to cut in and instead gets tackled.
Looks like Davis is about to check back in here in a second.
And as we talked about, this offense is pretty one-dimensional. No creativity or variety, just kind of boring other than that interception.
Yeah, it's not a great sign when your most interesting offensive play has been a turnover. Hand to Davis again. Davis cuts around the corner. It's a 1st down and more. Flag is on the field. So this may be coming back. It was thrown in the backfield. Holding Arlington, yes. It'll be loss of 10. 2nd down coming up for the Tigers after the hold.
This is what has happened on almost every single drive they've had, or every single new downage they've had on this drive. But then usually Cordova is going to come back with their own penalty. So we'll see what how Cordova handles this situation.
Well, Arlington not going to be able to be very run heavy in this type of situation. 2nd down and very long to go here now for the Arlington Tigers. 2nd down and 18 to be exact. Very unfortunate because Davis was actually brought down by the horse collar at the end of that. Wait a minute, those penalties should have offset. That should have been a penalty against Cordova for the horse collar tackle, and those would have offset, but they missed the call, so it's 2nd down and 18. Hand to Davis. Davis. John Davis down the sideline. Still going. Davis is brought down a little short of the sticks. Tackle made by Brian Southgate. No, he actually got there. He actually barely got there, so it's going to be 1st down for Arlington.
That's a good break for Arlington. Looked like he was a couple yards short on that play, but they went ahead and gave him that 1st down, which is well-deserved. That John Davis, great run to the outside. That's pretty much been all that's been working for Arlington so far.
I don't know if Davis quite got there, but they gave it to him. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 24. Handoff, Rakowski lost the football. He gets it back. But just to get blown up on the next play. Great effort
from number 15 is down.
From Cordova. Player down here for the Wolves. He'll have to come off the field.
Arlington has had struggles when it's been running the ball other than with John Davis. Rakowski and Hines have gotten decent touches so far in this game, but little production when you're comparing it to John Davis.
2nd down and 14 from the 28. It's been a long and enduring drive for Arlington. Another run, this time to Grant Buchanan. Buchanan to the marker. There's a flag on the field. They're going to get Cordova for unnecessary roughness after the play, so it is going to be a 1st down for Arlington. A little bit of variety there that time, letting Grant Buchanan run the football.
Great play calling there by the offensive coach. That's something we've been wanting to see so far in this game, but they haven't really used those great legs Grant Buchanan has running the ball.
So it is 1st down coming up for Arlington. A goal-to-go situation for the Tigers. They're going to mark the football on the Cordova 7-yard line in a drive that, if I dare say, Arlington really, really needs. Buchanan. Going to take it himself again. Grant Buchanan in. Touchdown, Arlington. Grant Buchanan ties the game. Arlington will take the lead with an extra point.
It took a long time to get it going, but the use of Grant Buchanan, which is really one of those things that made him the starting quarterback and really the certified starting quarterback of this offense, was the use of his legs. Man, he's been able to get outside and really use that speed and quickness and elusiveness to be able to run the ball effectively.
Here's a big extra point from Jacob DeShields. as he looks to give Arlington the lead once again here in the game. It's up, and it is good. 21-20. Tigers back on top with 4:33 to go in the first half.
Looks like we really jinxed it when we said there was no variety or creativity when they came out and run 2 back-to-back plays with Grant Buchanan. Big yardage on those plays. Looks like maybe 20-25 yards combined on those 2 plays.
That was way too easy for the junior Grant Buchanan. Can't get much done through the air. Why not get it done on the ground? As Arlington now looks to keep the lead this time around that they have gained for the second time tonight. Ethan Ford will kick it off for the 4th time. Let's see what Cordova is going to respond with here after being off the field for such a long time. Ferguson to return. Ferguson be brought down at the 27. The 28 will be first down coming up for the Cordova Wolves right there.
Good field position for the defense. But so far, Cordova hasn't really been affected by the bad field position so far. They've been able to generate some big passing plays that have allowed them to get some momentum and take it all the way down the field. So look for those crossing routes to get momentum through the air.
We'll see where they want to mark the football here. It's actually a penalty against the kicking team in Arlington, so I think they're actually going to have to re-kick this.
I believe that is the 6th penalty so far in this game for Arlington. Lots of holdings and just some unnecessary penalties that have not been needed at all.
Arlington actually had Cordova in a decent spot right there. So we'll see.
Looks like they're moving up.
It was a false start against Arlington on the kickoff return.
Set it right back on the 35. There we go. Back to the 30. That's what we thought. Or no, never mind.
Yeah, the ball is on the 35, so I think that's where Ford's going to kick this from.
Confused on what that penalty was. They're just having to re-kick.
Ford kicks it off again. Ladarian Ferguson the return. Ferguson brought down at the 32. And we'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington up 20.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think,
create,
achieve.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Well, we're back here on AHS Tiger Life, and you just missed what was a crazy play a moment ago. Ladarian Ferguson had a surefire touchdown, wide open, no men around him, and he just dropped it flat in his hands. It was a perfect ball as well from Devondre Collins, but it just wasn't meant to be. Check this out, Jake.
Man, he had 5 yards on the defender. If he breaks away, that is an easy walk-in touchdown. Really bad mistake there for Cordova.
Hey, but good for us because we were just about to miss the touchdown call. 2nd down and 10. Handoff to Trey Hammond once again. Gain of what looks to be about 5. It'll be 3rd down.
Good run. Get a couple yards.
Excuse me, 7.
Yeah, good run. Time running out. There's about 3:20 left in this half. You got to wonder when they're going to start throwing the ball. We saw it on 1st down, but the unfortunate drop just took away a touchdown from them. So we'll see what they do here.
Well, after catching a very, very lucky break on 1st down and the run from Hammond on 2nd down, We're down to 3rd down and 3 here for this Arlington defense, looking to get a huge stop. 3rd and 3, Collins' hands. And nothing happening that time. Cyril Connor on the carry. Nothing to him. It will be 4th down.
4th down. Don't see the punting crew yet, but it looks like, okay, there we go. They're bringing it out. Get Arlington in bad field position because from what we know from Arlington so far, they don't really have that quick offense. They can't get down the field. It's going to be very hard for them to get all the way down the field in 2 minutes. Good decision here by Cordova. Try to get out of the half with that 1 point, down 1 point.
4th down and 3. Cordova looks to punt the football away after failing on 3rd down and 3. Punt is away. Pruitt will field it. He didn't fair catch that. Spencer Pruitt somehow held on to the football, and it'll be brought down at what looks to be the 38-yard line. Now Arlington looks to extend their lead before this half is over.
5 guys almost absolutely obliterated him, and once he got through that initial set, they absolutely did. Wow, what a hit by Cordova.
Here comes Arlington, looking to get another touchdown, try to extend this lead before the half is over. Buchanan get a handoff here to John Davis. Not much happening there. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to wonder whether Arlington's just going to try to run out the clock with that 1 point lead and them getting the ball in the second half, or they're going to try to take a shot. When they have taken a shot, the only time they actually have taken a shot was an interception. So it'll be interesting to see if they try to pull that out here.
2nd down, 8 yards to go after the 2-yard carry from John Davis. But you have to get the passing game going here at some point because Cordova looks like they're just going to catch up at some point. Handoff to Davis again. John Davis, 1st down and more. Davis inside of the 45. He'll be marked down right around there. 1st down Arlington, into Cordova territory we go.
Typically a run play with this little time would indicate that they're trying to run out the clock, but it looks like they might try to score here.
Oh, what is this? We have a wildcat for, Buchanan was under center. Flag is on the field.
I could not tell who jumped first on that play.
Well, it looks like it was a Cordova player.
Officials discussing it right now.
Cordova is trying to say that Buchanan snapped the ball first.
Potentially a big play. This would give Arlington a lot better field position, but if it were on them, it would back them up to about the 50.
Yeah, they're going to wave off the penalty, it looked like, because Buchanan actually snapped the ball.
On that play, they really stopped trying to run a play. Instead, it leads to a loss of down, basically.
The good news is that it does stop the clock, so they're a little bit more free to do whatever. But you just got to pass the ball at some point. They will here. Buchanan, it's going to be thrown up to Spencer Pruitt. Yep, that's going to get pass interference. Pruitt had his man beat, had to interfere. It'll be 1st down coming up for Arlington. Brian Southgate on the coverage, couldn't keep up with Pruitt, just had to take his losses and commit the penalty.
I mean, the penalty there was really because of the poor throw by Grant. I mean, Spence Pruitt had a couple steps on him, but the throw was a little behind him, so that led Pruitt to want to come back and catch the ball, and that's just a really unfortunate break for Cordova. You played pretty great coverage, just the unfortunate throw led to a penalty on your own team.
So now that's a 15-yard penalty. That'll move Arlington up to the Cordova 30-yard line. 54 seconds to go in the half. Arlington with only 1 timeout remaining.
Able to get 40, 50 yards in about a minute of play. Something we did not expect to see.
Buchanan hands to Davis. Game is stopped. I believe Cordova called the timeout. Yes, they did.
Is that their last one of the half, Roman?
It's Cordova's second.
Okay. Yeah, I like that timeout. Don't know what Arlington's going to come out with here. They've got a timeout themselves, so they're free to run the ball if they feel like it, get a couple yards, assuming it's going to be John Davis, but don't be surprised to see a passing play.
I mean, you're 30 yards out, 54 seconds, only one timeout to go. You'd like to think, if you're watching a game of football, that you're going to have to pass the football here at some point if you want to theoretically score before the half is over. Huge chance for Arlington. You score here, then you get the ball back and score. You're in a very, very good spot to win this game.
I mean, passing would be ideal here, but if you base it off time run off in the game, Arlington has not completed a pass in over 60 minutes played of football. That is a long time. That's something that just shows that you can't rely on the Arlington passing game when it comes down to crunch time, but it would be really good to see if Grant and this offense can really complete a pass when they're coming down in the red zone.
1st and 10 from the 30. And Arlington jumped before the play started. It'll be a false start for the Tigers.
Holding, false starts.
Believe that's going to be against Thomas Rakowski.
Just been the theme of this game so far when it's come to really putting the ball in place where you need to score, just those unfortunate penalties that set you back when you really don't need those at all.
1st down and 15 now from the 35, so this has gotten a little bit tougher now for the Tigers as they look to score and extend this lead before the end of the first half. Buchanan is going to run it himself. Grant Buchanan is gone! Touchdown, Arlington! Grant Buchanan looking like Lamar Jackson, who also wears number 8. 27-20. Tigers extend the lead.
The creativity of this offense. I mean, exactly when we said they needed it, that's exactly when they brought it out. 2 really good rushes by Grant Buchanan just to set up touchdowns for this Arlington squad. Great touchdown when you're running down the half and you get the ball in the second half. This is exactly what you want if you're Arlington.
I'm telling you, Grant Buchanan may not be the greatest passer in the world, but when he gets just a few steps, that slight burst, it is very, very hard to stop him on the ground, which is why he is the starting quarterback of this team. Arlington up 28-20 now, heading into the halftime break with 43 seconds to go.
As you said, comparing him to Lamar Jackson, that's exactly what they like to do with Lamar Jackson. Run that little read play and then have him go to the outside and just burst for that touchdown. Looks like they may have taken some of those plays from that Ravens playbook because that is exactly what they're applying in this game.
Now, not saying that Grant has the same, talent or athleticism or
obviously not
or anything along those lines, but I'm telling you, Grant Buchanan does have some sort of running ability, and he's using it right here, right now. 28-20, 43.2 to go.
Well, let's give this offense and Grant some props when they deserve it. Great run there by Grant. Even if he's not as athletic and big and as fast as Lamar Jackson, definitely looked like him a little bit.
43 seconds left in the game, or in the first half. Ford will kick it off. And Ferguson actually touched the ball. He's going to have to get this back. Another huge break for Arlington. Cordova's going to be stuck inside of the 10-yard line. So now I think if you're the Wolves, at this point you just got to take your losses and go to the half if you're smart.
Well, this is exactly what we were saying at the end of the half last week with White Station. Then White Station comes out and throws a Hail Mary. Obviously, a completely different scenario with Cordova on the 10 when White Station was on, I believe, the 50 or 40. But watch out for those pass plays. They've been able to break away for those huge pass plays when you have least expected it. So don't be surprised if we were to see that.
28-20, Arlington up. They just took their last time out of the half. A little over half of a minute to go until the halftime break, where we will be crowning the homecoming queen. Brandon Kelly already won the king before the game started.
Monumental moment for the Tigers with Grant running in those big rushing plays along with homecoming. But it's also a monumental moment for Roman Cleary, almost going a half without mentioning the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is a monumental moment for Roman Cleary.
Yeah, and a non-monumental moment for Jake Stoop, who can't go a single game without mentioning my mentioning of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Got me back there.
Oh, shoot, you played me, man. Just said it. I just said him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, either way, 34.1 to go in the half. Cordova looking to just get out unscathed at this point, if I had to guess. Collins hands to Connor. Cyril Connor. Nothing happening right there. Believe Cordova is just going to take this to the half. They're not making any sort of effort to stop the clock. They do have a timeout left.
Huge momentum shift so far in this game, with Arlington coming out, starting 14-0. Cordova going on a 20-0 run, but then 2 late touchdowns in this half by Arlington to put them up 28-20 going into halftime.
And that is your halftime score, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington 28, Cordova 20. Tigers with a huge surge of momentum heading into the halftime break. And we'll see how they do in the second half. But homecoming festivities will continue after this. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington up 28-20 at the half.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I'll see you later. Okay.
So Dr. Pui is the best of the leukemia doctors at St. Jude. We very quickly found out how much he loves his patients. One of our first visits with Dr. Pui, he was kind of running through the protocol and naming off all the medications. And he said, but don't worry, you don't pay that, St. Jude pays that. Just to think, like, and what if they didn't?
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now.
Lizzie is the daughter of Chance and Chris Ann Coleman and is escorted here tonight by her father. Here at AHS, Lizzie is president of FCCLA and is a member of NHS, Beta Club, Mu Alpha Theta, Quill and Scroll, and Student Ministry, and is the captain of the varsity soccer team. Outside of school, she enjoys going to 5 at Faith Arlington and spending time with family and friends. Next year, Lizzie plans to attend Delta State University, where she'll major in ABA therapy and play soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lizzie Coleman. Our next senior is Miss Ashley Doty. Ashley is the daughter of Jennifer Wilson and Jeremy Doty and is escorted tonight here by her father. At AHS, Ashley is a member of FCCLA. Outside of school, she enjoys spending time with her family and friends and traveling. Next year, Ashley plans to attend UT Knoxville and major in pre-veterinary medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ashley Doty. Our third senior is Miss Ava Douglas. Ava is the daughter of Manley Douglas and Carrie Douglas and is escorted tonight by her father. Here at AHS, Ava is a member of the AHS Tiger Life and Best Buddies, and also is a member of the lacrosse and cross-country teams. Outside of school, she enjoys going to Oxford and hanging out with her friends and family. Next year, Ava plans to attend Ole Miss and is undecided about her major, but we know she'll do well with whatever she chooses. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ava Douglas. Our next senior is Miss Charlotte Rector. Charlotte is the daughter of Todd Rector and is escorted tonight by her father. Here at HS, Charlotte is a member of Student Council, Beta Club, National English Honor Society, Environmental Club, French Club, Advocated for Human Rights, and Sand Volleyball Club. Outside of school, she enjoys cooking, drawing, painting, playing music, cheering at Memphis Pride, hiking, and camping. Next year, Charlotte plans to attend the University of Memphis and major in environmental research. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Charlotte Rector. Our next senior is Miss Lily Simpson. Lily is the daughter of Tim and Meredith Simpson and is escorted tonight by her father. Here at AHS, Lily plays clarinet in the wind ensemble, marching band, and symphony, National Honor Society, Tri-M Music Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Science National Honor Society, National English Honor Society, Beta Club, and Spanish Club. Outside of school, she enjoys being active in her church, spending time with her three sisters, and the clarinet section. Next year, Lily plans to attend Freed-Hardeman University and major in biology pre-med with a Spanish minor. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lily Simpson. Our final senior is Miss Lily Taylor. Lily is the daughter of Jennifer and Sean Taylor and is escorted here tonight by her father. Here at HS, Lily is a member of orchestra, JROTC, Beta Club, TSA, Student Council, National Honor Society, National English Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and is on the varsity cheer team. Outside of school, she loves to play her guitar and piano and sing. Hang out with friends, family, and coach Memphis Cheer's Shooting Stars Special Needs Cheer Team. Next year, Lily is hoping to be accepted to the United States Naval Academy and major in aerospace engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lily Taylor. Are you ready for me to announce the homecoming queen? Who's ready? Your 2021 homecoming queen is, drum roll. Ashley Doty.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Same.
Oh, we're back. We're back here on AHS Tiger Life, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington up 28-20, heading into the second half of play. We're just about 5.5 minutes out. But first, we're gonna do a quick recap of the first half. It was really, really wild, back and forth. Arlington starting out up 14-0. Then Cordova goes on a 20-point run to take the lead, and then Arlington another 14-point swing. We're at 28-20. Back and forth game here, Jake. What are the keys for both teams heading into the second half?
I mean, Cordova's been able to capitalize off those long passing plays. Looking forward to see some more of those because that's definitely interesting. When you're watching Arlington's run plays, I mean, they've had some variety near the end of the game with Grant running the ball in, but most of the time it's just John Davis running the ball up the middle or to the side. So it's been really good to see Cordova's passing plays to kind of, make the game a little more interesting. So I'd love to see that again from Cordova in the second half, and obviously it's been effective.
And one thing that's been an issue for both teams throughout the game so far is that they've both had these undisciplined, untimely penalties that have cost them time and time again. And what do you think they're going to have to do to try and prevent that as we enter the second half?
I mean, they got to stay disciplined on the defensive side of the ball, and just really looking forward to see both teams do that and not give up good field position to the other team.
Well, Arlington up 28-20, heading into the second half. That's coming up next. But first, before we get there, I just want to give a quick shout out and give my prayers and thoughts out there to anyone that was involved in the situation at the Kroger in Coggerville yesterday afternoon. Just please stay safe and stay aware of where you are. It really can save your life. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey guys, it's Ash from Little Studio, and I'm so excited to come to you guys today to talk to you about our brand new membership program. For $30 a month, you'll get to go online and look at all of the different classes and events we're offering for our paint nights and choose which one you want to come to each month for free. Then you'll get your very own promo code that you'll get to use all year long and get 10% off of all of your other purchases at Little Studio on the Square, whether it's a paint event or some merchandise you want. You'll get to get 10% off of anything you get. I'll see you in the studio.
And we're back here on AHS Tiger Life. Arlington about 2 minutes out from kicking off this second half against the Cordova Wolves. And Jake, who do you think are some of the players to watch out for as we head into the second half?
I mean, the obvious answer is Grant Buchanan. It's going to be interesting to see what the Cordova defense does about Grant Buchanan's rushing. He was really able to capitalize at the end of that second half, in most of the second quarter, just all those run plays. But we'll see the adjustments they make and how Grant Buchanan handles that. It's just going to be really interesting to see. And obviously the offensive side of the ball with John Davis, he's obviously going to be a key player. Just to see if he is fatigued early. He got a lot of touches in that first half. So looking to see if they'll keep using that running back variety with Rakowski and Hines, or they'll just rely on John Davis like they did in the first half.
And for Cordova, obviously, one guy to watch out for is quarterback Devondre Collins, who came in for Jalen Webster very early on in the game. He's been lights out ever since. Trey Hammond was a phenomenal player for the Wolves in that first half. Warren Morris caught a touchdown. Jeremiah Jordan was all over the field. Multiple standouts here for Cordova throughout that first half. A lot of playmakers that Arlington has to deal with. The variety of playmakers, what caught up to him last week. We'll see if that happens here again.
We knew Cordova liked to get the ball out of the pocket early, and that's exactly what they've done. Whether it's been a quick rush play, which hasn't worked very well, but they've been able to pass the ball really effectively when they've had those quick shots deep.
40 seconds to go until this first half begins. Arlington will be getting the football to start it out.
A little note to add about Cordova. We talked about at the beginning of the game that they had been outscored 249-26 all season. They're already at that 20 mark. So that just shows the prowess and prominence of the opponents that they have played so far in this season, and how they've been able to capitalize off that maybe less stellar defense they've been playing in Arlington compared to Carterville, Houston, and Central.
Well, Arlington will get the football first here, looking to increase
Tiger fans, we again can't do this without our sponsors. We're so thankful for the people that support Arlington Tiger sports, and specifically Arlington Tiger football. So big shout outs, Big League Promotions, Sherwin-Williams, Rough Country Dog Resort, Fierce Headwear, Lad Safety, TNT Greens, D's Garage Floors, Peel Law Firm, Duke Insurance Solutions, Pink Flamingo, Baby Jack's Barbecue, Ortho South, Little Studio, Joe Stewart Body Shop, Harrison Tree.
All right, yeah, we're back. Slight malfunction. Scott was still on there from the stemming from the homecoming ceremonies. Have it pushed back a little bit. We're now down to 2:15 to go until the kickoff here in just a moment.
As we have a little bit of time, we've already discussed what both teams need to capitalize on this second half. But Roman, what are you looking forward to in college football this week? We've got Notre Dame versus Wisconsin. We've also got Texas A&M versus Arkansas, two really high-profile matchups that we're looking forward to.
I mean, it's going to be a very, very interesting week throughout college football. I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of who is really that high level. And I may be biased here, but I think the Memphis-UTSA matchup is going to be really, really interesting. 2 3-0 teams heading in. Memphis obviously coming off of the win over Mississippi State a week ago. UTSA, they beat Illinois on the road in their very first game of the year. This is a team that averages around 38 points a night, 10th in the nation in defense. So it's going to be a solid challenge for the Tigers. So we'll see how they do tomorrow afternoon, 2:30, ESPNU at the Liberty Bowl Memorial Stadium.
Really looking forward to that Notre Dame-Wisconsin game, too, because you look on the schedule for Notre Dame, they have Cincinnati next week. So this game that's coming up obviously is going to have ripple effects all throughout college football, and really just looking forward to seeing if that AAC team in Cincinnati can make it. And if Notre Dame were to beat Wisconsin, that would be huge for not only the American Conference, but Notre Dame as well, and Jack Cohn, who has played outstanding so far this season.
Well, that's obviously a game against Wisconsin that Notre Dame has to win, heading into the huge matchup against Cincinnati, who, in my mind, is one of the better teams in the country. Desmond Ridder is such a fantastic prospect at quarterback, I must say.
Yes, he is. Really interested to see that. As we go into this second half of football, really interesting to see as well what these offenses are going to do. They were both very prominent in that first half, so we're looking to see if they can capitalize on what they did in the first half, but obviously those defensive adjustments need to be made on both sides of the ball.
We're about to kick this off here in just a moment after the slight delay. Arlington getting the ball first to start out the second half. Huge opportunity for the Tigers to extend their lead. Here's the replay from Grant Buchanan putting on an absolute clinic on the ground. But first, we're going to talk about the superstar of this rushing game, John Davis. He gets in for a quick score. And here's Grant Buchanan. He's going to rush on in for a quick touchdown. That put Arlington up 21-20, I believe. Here it is again. Just way too easy that time.
I mean, John Davis, as we talked about last week, or I believe it was 2 weeks ago, how he's been getting interest from Vanderbilt, but no scholarship offers yet. If you are colleges, look at this guy, John Davis. He has been carrying this offense so far this year. Really look for this guy. I know in Homecoming he talked about how he was undecided on his college decision. Really waiting for those schools to shout out to him. So if you're college scouts watching this game, watch out for John Davis and realize the impact that he has for this Arlington team.
Return there from Jeffrey McCarter. It's brought down. First down coming up for Arlington as they get the ball first in the second half.
Interesting to see how they use Grant Buchanan, whether they want to throw the ball, even though they haven't completed many passes this half. I believe they haven't completed one pass this half. So interesting to see if they are going to try to utilize that pass game instead of run the ball like they have been. The running game has not been effective so far, unless it's been Grant drawing the defense in and then taking it himself. So going to be interesting to see what they do here.
Well, we've only been in this half for 7 seconds, but they really have not even completed a pass for the entire game, if we remember correctly. Grant Buchanan will run it here on first down. Took the direct snap. Maybe a gain of 1 that time. It'll be second down.
Typically, Grant has tried to draw the defense in and then take himself and utilize that speed, but we saw there that it's a lot more difficult when you're just trying to run it yourself, and that's something that they really need to utilize John Davis for, rather than risk the injury for Grant just running the ball kind of up the middle.
Landon Seward checking in for Carter McKay here on second down and 9 from their own 34-yard line. Buchanan hands to John Davis. Davis staying upright, getting stuck in the pile, still trying to drive through. Solid gain that time for Davis. It'll be a third down and short yardage situation. And so far it's been nothing but running and tumbling here on these first 2 plays. We've been saying it over and over again, they're going to have to air it out eventually, but right now, up by 8, very, very comfortable. Not much passing needed so far. Let's see if they'll need it here on third down and 2. They're going to run it with Grant Buchanan again, and Buchanan is going to get stuffed behind the line. He was touchdown before the ball came out. But it will be fourth down coming up for Arlington.
Grant getting up there, kind of throwing his hands up at the sideline. Maybe he was confused on that play call. I mean, I honestly am as well. He gets the ball off the snap and just tries to walk up the middle necessarily. Like that did not look like it was going to work from the start.
That's another short yardage stop for Cordova in this game. They've had a lot of those to really kind of help turn the tide for them. And Cordova, they're going to have to call a timeout already here. Less than 2 minutes into the half. That's not very good.
Not at all. I mean, what were they expecting there? I mean, we all expect it's going to be a punt, so I'm kind of confused why they need that timeout.
Not great management for a coach that has won a 4A state title before. But, heck, he probably knows better than me.
I would say so as well, Roman.
So Arlington will be punting the football away here on fourth down and 2 after failing to convert on that last play.
As we talked about the coaching, it's been relatively easy for the defensive side of the ball for Cordova to really judge what Arlington's going to do. I mean, Arlington not putting a lot of pressure on that Cordova defense to kind of guess what they're going to do. It's been running plays after running plays.
Shields will punt this away. Jordan calling for the fair catch. He'll just let this go. And Arlington will play it down there. Pinning Cordova inside of the 30. Wolves will take it for their first possession of the half.
Love this offense of Cordova so far. Have not been active since those 3 touchdowns that they've had. That extra point, obviously, that they missed in the first touchdown might come back to bite them as we get later in this game.
I really think that long drive that Arlington had after Cordova took the lead, is what really took the wind out of the sails for this offense, because they were getting quick stops, 3 and outs, getting right back onto the field. But after Arlington was able to stay on the field, get that sustained drive, that really kind of ruined the momentum for the Wolves. They're going to have to try and find a way to get it back here. Trey Hammond will take the carry here on the first play of the half for Cordova. Not much happening. Maybe a gain of 1 if he's lucky. It'll be second down.
Cordova, that's what they relied on earlier in this game, in the first quarter of that run game, but they just run it up right up the middle, and it hasn't seemed to work. They've been more successful when they've had Hammonds go to the outside and throw the ball to him. I mean, they're just more successful throwing the ball overall.
I mean, Trey Hammond even has like a 70-something yard touchdown as a receiver in this game. It's already the highest scoring total that Cordova has had. They failed to score more than 7 points in a game before this. Collins to throw his first pass of the half here on first down. Pass is incomplete for Warren Morris, but there's going to be a flag on the field. This is going against Josiah Elzy for interference. It'll be first down for Cordova.
Another one of those flags we've been talking about for Arlington. So consistent. Like, this is one of their most consistent aspects, is those flags that they don't need and they get them at the wrong time. Just very unfortunate for Arlington, and that's something that you really need to clean up, that you really haven't cleaned up at all so far this season.
First down coming up for Cordova after the interference from Josiah Elzy on that last play. Warren Morris, who had a touchdown in the first half, was the intended target.
Little action from Jaron White today. Looking forward to see him get in the backfield.
I mean, you got to know that Jaron White was probably on the Arlington scouting report if you're Cordova. Perhaps the most impactful defensive player all season long. Devondre Collins will flip it to Warren Morris on this play. And Morris is going to be dragged down. Jordan Batts, who had the interception earlier, making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It could end up being a loss of 1 or no gain. It'll be second down coming up for the Wolves.
Jordan Batts with that impressive tackle. The Cordova running back really stiff-armed him right in the face, and he was still able to drag him down and bring him back on his back. That is a big statement made by Arlington, and really just not great for Cordova. I mean, that was a pretty open lane to the outside, but instead it's going to be right at the line of scrimmage.
Cordova coming out with a mostly conservative approach to start out the second half. Let's see if they open it up a little bit more on this play. Second down and 10 coming up. Collins going to throw deep, going up for Morris. Incomplete, another flag. More pass interference. This time it's going to go against Jordan Batts.
Seems like every time they throw the ball down the field, it's either complete for a big pass or it's pass interference. Arlington secondary has really struggled so far in this game when it's come to the deep throws.
It's that, unfortunately for Arlington, they just don't quite have the athleticism required to keep up with these playmakers that Cordova has here. They got to rely on that skill that they've developed over the offseason and throughout the games this year. And if that doesn't matter, if the speed and the talent comes into play, typically the receiver's going to win that battle.
I mean, that play by Jordan Batts looked like a clean play. I thought it was great coverage, but they still blew the whistle.
I mean, it looked like Batts was riding his back if you take a look at the replay. So I think they waved off the pass interference, but they got Cordova, or Arlington rather, for roughing the passer. I can definitely understand the call for pass interference, though. It looked like Batts did commit a penalty there.
Well, he may have been on his back, but it looked like a clean play to me. It's something we see all throughout college that is not called.
Either way, first down from the 43 of Arlington. Cordova now in plus territory. Collins will be under center for this. First down and 10. He'll throw. Collins just going to throw deep again. Pass is complete to Jeremiah Jordan. No, the officials are going to say incomplete. Looked like Jordan actually was slightly out of bounds.
Quarterback Jay.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good enough angle to see if we can see that catch. But the officials called it incomplete. Good ball from Devondre Collins, but to no avail. Second down and 10 coming up from the 43. It looked like Jordan got a foot down, but I guess he didn't. Play action, Collins to throw. It's a check down to Connor. Connor is brought down by Jackson Hare. It'll be third down.
Great open field tackle there by Jackson Hare. He had some room on the right side if he were not to be able to make that tackle. Great setup for the third down.
Well, here we go. Cordova's got another big-time third down coming up. They've had to convert a few of these throughout the night. Another one coming up here. Should be a pretty manageable spot. Third down and 5, which is easier than they've had to deal with before.
And they're in no man's land right now. A little too far to kick. We'll see if, even if they don't convert this third down, we'll see if they'll go for fourth down.
Oh, no, I would definitely think they would go for it. Oh, they're going to hurry this up here, trying to catch Arlington off guard, but it's going to draw a penalty.
Looks like a timeout.
Well, it looks like Cordova called the timeout before the penalty, so that's already 2 timeouts gone in this half for Cordova, 5 minutes into the third quarter.
Very confused by Cordova's play calling right there. That play seemed a little bit unnecessary, trying to hurry up and catch the defense off guard. I can understand it, but at the same time, it's something you haven't even pulled out all game.
Third down and 5 coming up for Cordova after this timeout. Got caught up in a bunch of confusion after trying to hurry up to the line, so Wolves were forced to take a timeout there after wasting one earlier on in the corner when Arlington had to punt the football away.
Yeah, we talked about the great coaching there, but a little bit of an unconscious decision right there. You've been taking your time on basically every single down, trying to come up with a play call, but instead you rush all your guys and have to force yourself to take a timeout.
Well, they only have one left remaining for the game now. Collins on 3rd and 5, going to throw it up deep. Pass is incomplete and they're going to call another pass interference. I don't know about that one. Josiah Elsie, yeah, he was turned around from the football and there was contact, but
very little contact, I might add.
I mean,
like that ball was
that's not
uncatchable.
That is not.
Very confusing call by the refs. I mean, I can understand it. He may have had a hand on his hand, but that was too little contact to throw that flag, if you ask me.
That's a really ticky-tack call right there,
it is.
If I'm being honest. That's just not great officiating. And I'm not trying to be biased either or anything like that. That's just not a great call. But either way, pass interference, it'll be first down for Cordova. Collins hands to Trey Hammond. Hammond staying upright. Trey Hammond, touchdown Cordova. 2-point conversion will tie the game.
Initial contact behind the 20. Instead, he's able to break free to the left side. Wide open lane. He just hit the gap super hard. Easy walk-in touchdown.
I'm really loving this right now. 2 fun games like this in a row, ladies and gentlemen. We saw nothing but one side of the fair throughout the first 3 weeks of AHS Tiger Life broadcasting this year. But not these past 2 weeks. Maybe it's the Jake Stoop charm, because ever since you've come on here, we've had nothing but barn burners, and this looks to be another one.
Hey, what can I say?
Well, Cordova actually is going to bring out the offense to try and tie up this game with a 2-point conversion. This is huge if you're Arlington, trying to keep the lead, get a stop here. Cordova looking to tie the game. Another flag is on the field.
Looks like a delay of game penalty on Cordova. Interesting to see if they will decide to kick here.
It is a delay. And yes, here comes Carlos Garcia onto the field. So Cordova will just look to kick the extra point now.
Now, if he had missed this, that would hurt him big time. They would therefore be out of contention to kick or to have a 2-point conversion and tie up the game.
He already missed one earlier. We'll see if he's able to knock one. He also hit one later on. Garcia, no good. A little short. Good pressure from Arlington. Tigers will remain up by 2.
Poor kicking by Cordova so far. Lack of being able to kick it far on the kickoffs, as well as the extra points. 2 missed extra points so far for Garcia in this game. That has been one of the things that has been very questionable for Cordova. Didn't get the kicking when you've needed it.
Well, Arlington catches a break there on the conversion try. And now they will remain up by 2 despite giving up the touchdown. And now Arlington will look to score and extend this lead once again.
Let's look for good field position here for Arlington. Offense hasn't been on, offense has been on the field so far. Just really want to see a good return here to give them good field position so they don't have to go the length of the field to score a touchdown.
That's where Arlington has been the most successful. Once they've started out, close to midfield or in plus territory, that's where they've gotten most of their points from in this game. Garcia will kick it off. Here we go. Returnable for Jeffrey McCarter. Gets to the 37. He'll be brought down there. Arlington ball, first down and 10.
If you're Arlington, you've got to take that 15 yards on the return. That's really what you needed. Solid field position, not great, but considering the circumstances, kicking the ball off at the 40, that's pretty good field position.
Third down or 37-yard line will be the starting field position on first down and 10 for the Arlington Tigers. Grant Buchanan will hand this to John Davis on the first play of this drive. Nothing happening there for Davis. It'll be second down.
Second down and about 7 or 6 on the 40-yard line. Looking for another run play right here with Davis. Try to get to the outside because that's where he's been the most explosive when he's gotten in space. Get him in space and he's pretty much he's about as predictable as his offense. He is going to make a play if he gets to the outside.
Second down and 7. Buchanan hands to Davis again. Davis gets the first down. Yes, he does.
There we go, run up the middle.
It was right up the middle, got right to the marker, so they should give him the first down here. If not,
marked him a little short.
I don't know. It looked to me that they got it from up here. We got a direct view of it.
Another one of those weird placings. They had one at about the 25-yard line in the first quarter. Another one of those plays where it looked like he was either short or past the line to gain, but guess he didn't make it there.
Well, he's going to make it there this time. John Davis has the first down. It looked like he was going to break off for something much bigger for a moment, but Cordova was able to make the tackle before that would happen. But first down, Arlington.
4 run plays with John Davis and 4 plays so far on this drive. It worked there, but you've got to wonder when that has to change. He cannot do that every single play of this drive. It's got to change at some point.
I mean, as good as John Davis is, his legs are just going to run out of power at some point. He'll check out here for Antonio Hines, who has not been very effective in his carries. Not completely his fault. He hasn't gotten the best blocking either, but
I mean, he's had the same blocking John Davis has had, just not able to make a play like he does.
Buchanan, he actually wanted to pass the ball there, but Arlington will take the timeout before that happened.
Antonio Hines walking off, limping a little bit.
Coach Shivers wants to talk this over.
And you got to wonder if Antonio Hines is hurt. Not only does that put more pressure on John Davis, but more pressure on this offense because it really limits that versatility that they want to have other than John Davis. Obviously, if they could give it to him every single time, they would. But this kind of leads you more to that conclusion with this running back 2 going out of the game.
Yeah, but the next man up for Antonio Hines would assuming to be Kylan Spears, who had 2 touchdowns in the East game earlier in the year.
I've not seen Kylan Spears in a while, actually. Thomas Rakowski has played a little bit this game at the running back position, but also at the wing, at the blocker. So they bring back Davis here, but we'll see if Rakowski comes back in the game.
Here is Grant Buchanan on first down and 10 from the 48, going to Davis. John Davis bursting up the middle. He's got a first down. Davis in the plus territory we go. First down, Arlington.
Yeah, good run there by Davis. Really explosive coming out of that little break he had. Really good to see from John Davis. And just a little added note, as we talked about earlier in the game, Gabriel Torres has been non-existent, and that is because he is not in the game, affected by that injury he had last week against that questionable call on that fake field goal. So that has limited in this game.
We have an injury here on this play. Looks to be a Cordova player that's down. But it will be first down and 10 for Arlington from the Cordova 39 after we wrap up this injury timeout.
And as you talked about this a little bit after homecoming, but the devastating blow right here with the injury, gotta shout out the shooting in Cordova yesterday. We send our thoughts and prayers to everyone who is involved in that situation, who knows people. I mean, that's just right down the road from where we live. Thoughts and prayers out to that situation, as well as the motorcycle accident at FCS and all these tragedies going on right now around our schools and just around this community as a whole. Just definitely need to pray for this community. Just really, really struggling right now, and definitely need the prayers.
Was actually an Arlington player, Clark Cocroft, the offensive guard, who was hurt on that play. First and 10 from the 39. Buchanan hands to Davis. Davis bursting up the hole. He's still up. John Davis still going. And I believe they're going to give Davis the first down.
John Davis continues to be explosive, even though they have relied on him almost completely in this entire game.
Imagine what that's like if you're in John Davis's shoes, just having to get right back up and go right back to the huddle, knowing that you're getting the football every single time you're in the game. It's got to be a lot of pressure. Buchanan going to take it himself this time. Grant Buchanan, great tackle in open field that time from Jarvis Wyatt. Otherwise, Buchanan probably would have had 6. Be second down coming up for Arlington.
As you talked about John Davis and just having to come out and run the ball almost entirely for this Arlington offense, that's really just his mindset and willing to come out and give it all every single play. We like comparisons up here, so we kind of compare him to Jonathan Taylor a couple years ago for Wisconsin. Led the country in rushing yards, but he was their go-to guy the majority of the season. Really see a lot of those aspects in John Davis. Obviously not on the level Jonathan Taylor ran at, but definitely see those characteristics in him.
Low snap. Buchanan gets it back on second down, and he's going to go down for the sack. Yes, he is. It's Jeremiah Jordan making the play. He has an interception, and now he's got a sack.
Little disruption in the backfield so far this game, but they are able to get right through the line of scrimmage and tackle Grant. Obviously, that miscommunication on the snap led to that play, but good tackle by Jeremiah Jordan.
The versatility from Jeremiah Jordan. He's made a few plays on both sides of the football. He's got an interception and a sack. He got the huge return for Cordova earlier on as well. Third down and 14 coming up for Arlington from the Cordova 31-yard line. Buchanan throwing deep for Spencer Pruitt, and no flag. Pass incomplete. Fourth down.
I mean, that was about as little coverage as the pass interference they called on the other end last drive. Really interesting to see how they did not throw a flag there. I mean, he had hands on him, but, I mean, honestly, poor call on the Arlington side of things. They had one wide out, and, I mean, you're not going to run the ball there. They pretty much knew they were going to throw it to Pruitt. Just not a well-executed play.
47-yard attempt coming up for Jacob DeShields, looking to put Arlington up by 5. He knocked one of these down earlier in practice. We'll see if he's able to do it here. And I think Cordova jumped. So that's going to move up the kick a little bit for Jacob DeShields.
Really good to see that they're giving DeShields opportunities to make plays. Last week we talked about how they had maybe a 30-yard field goal. Instead, they run a fake and give it to Torres, which led to his injury and also a turnover on downs. So really good to see they made that adjustment, giving it to a solid kicker in Jacob DeShields. Let's see if he knocks this one through.
This is now a 42-yard attempt for the senior kicker. DeShields is up, and believe it's good.
It looks good from here.
They still haven't made the call.
It looked like the ref standing at the middle of the field called it.
Oh, they said it was
no field goal.
Yeah, so it's no good for Jacob DeShields. They made a very late call on that. So no good from Jacob DeShields on the 42-yard attempt. Cordova comes up with another defensive stop here in the third quarter as they now look to take the lead once again.
from this angle, it looked good. That's really a blow to Arlington. Give Cordova, it's not great field position, but they still got the ball with Arlington having another opportunity to score, just couldn't convert.
The 10, Collins hands to Trey Hammond, and Jaron White. We said he's been quiet all game, not anymore. He makes a play there that time. It's going to be second down and long now coming up for the Wolves.
Yeah, great defense there by Jay White, anticipating that play from the beginning, just spying the running back, and then just brings him back about 4 or 5 yards.
2 minutes to go until the fourth quarter. Coming up here on AHS Tiger Life, Cordova down by 2. Second and 15 coming up from their own 15-yard line.
And Hammond is a pretty big running back. I mean, he's been able to make plays and run through some people so far in this game. But Jay White showing off that strength right there, just bringing him back.
Here we are, second and 15 coming up for Cordova. Collins looking, rolling back to his left. Here goes Devondre Collins down the sideline. Another tackle from Jaron White. Gain of yardage there that time for Devondre Collins. He got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, incredible tackle there by Jay White, but not before. We saw this quarterback have very good pocket mobility. Looked like he was going to get sacked, but he ran around 2 guys and ended up getting positive yardage. Great play right there.
The original line of scrimmage is what I meant by that. Third down and 8 coming up for the Wolves after the 7-yard run from Collins. Collins looks, throwing deep for Warren Morris. He's got it. Warren Morris with a huge catch for the first down. In the plus territory for Cordova. And the Wolves will take it around the Arlington 45. No, the 44.
I mean, so far in this game, when all hope seems lost, it seems like Cordova is relying on those deep throws. The quarterback, Devondre Collins, just able to throw it. I mean, most of these throws have been off his back foot, so incredible accuracy to be able to just lob it right in there so consistently to these wide receivers.
Cordova will have to run one more play before this quarter is over. Handoff to Trey Hammond. He avoids one man in the backfield. Hammond still on the run. Hammond at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Lots of running, very little gain. Second down and 9 coming up to start the fourth quarter. But that will be the end of the third, ladies and gentlemen. Arlington 28, Cordova 26. Another close one for the second week in a row here on AHS Tiger Life. Jake, put your 4s up, Jake. We'll be right back after this. Arlington up 28-26.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza. We're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life, the fourth quarter beginning in just a moment. Arlington up 28-26, Cordova with a second down and 9 coming up inside of Arlington Tiger territory as they look to take the lead for the second time in this game.
Cordova already matching their season total. They only have put up 26 points so far this entire season, and they've got 26 tonight. Really impressive from Cordova's offense so far.
Very impressive indeed. Let's see if they're going to be able to continue it. Second down and 9. Pass complete to Jeremiah Jordan. That's going to be a first down. Nice dart down the middle for Devondre Collins.
Good pass play there on those quick slants. We haven't seen as many of those quick slants. It's more of the deep shots, but when they can rely on their passing game, really, I mean, that's been so consistent in this game. unlike Arlington, they don't have that they have that passing ability, and they can consistently go to that. So that's been very effective here.
1st and 10 from the Arlington 33-yard line. Collins, hands, Hammond, Trey Hammond, right down the middle again. Goodbye. Touchdown, Arlington. Or Cordova. What am I saying? Trey Hammond has me all out of sorts, baby. Wolves on top once again.
Yeah, good recovery there, Roman. And that is the 2nd straight touchdown for Hammonds. Just had an early touch on the line of scrimmage, but able to get around it and have virtually a walk-in touchdown. I mean, that's the 2nd one so far this half.
Trey Hammond making me mix my words here just as he made these Arlington defenders mix their ankles. What a run right down the middle. Patience, then bam, hit the hole. Carlos Garcia, good. 33-28, Cordova on top to start the 4th quarter.
Cordova coming in with that 0-5 record, but we talked about how they've been battle-tested, how they've played good competition. Arlington so far this season has played a lot of teams that have also played a lot of hard teams, so it's really hard to judge how good they really are, but don't let that record for Cordova determine how good of a team they really can be.
Well, after that, Arlington looking to bounce back. They've given up this lead multiple times now. Let's see if they're going to be able to get back on top like they were before. Wolves now on top by 5. This will be Cordova's very first win of the season if they're able to hold on to this lead.
Still plenty of time.
Still plenty of football left to go here, though.
Not plenty of time if you're Arlington offense, though. I mean, that if they were to run the ball like they do pretty much every play all the way down the field, that would take a while.
Davis has to actually return this. John Davis. Here he goes. Davis to midfield. Brought down to the 49. Arlington will take it from there.
Had the option of letting it go out of bounds and taking the ball automatically at the 35, but instead he's able to make a play and runs 30 yards to get to the 50-yard line to set up great field position. That's exactly what Arlington needs, and that's what they thrive on when they get the ball. If they get good field position, it's a lot easier for them to make plays and really convert in the red zone.
1st down coming up for Arlington. It's been only Grant Buchanan tonight. No Elvis Simpson to be found. You got to at least take this as a positive sign that they're committing to one quarterback for the game no matter what happens. Hand to Antonio Hines on this first play. Hines has nothing going for him there. Stuff that time from Jarrell Savage.
For the most part, this Arlington or the Cordova defensive line has been able to make good plays on the running game. Just so consistent, always pounding you. It's really hard to play defense on that sometimes. It's easy to predict, but it's hard to guard up that all the time. So really impressive by Cordova, being able to stop John Davis pretty consistently.
2nd down and 9 coming up for Buchanan. Hand to Davis. Davis up the middle. John Davis! 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Arlington! John Davis puts Arlington right back on top. Back and forth we go. Tigers and Wolves. A clash of powerful cats.
Well, that's awkward for the Cordova defense, who I was just talking high about being able to stop John Davis. But instead, John Davis comes right back and has a 50-yard run. Once he gets to the outside, he is gone. What a run by John Davis.
Oh, my Lord. What did I just say? I said powerful cats, a wolf, and a tiger.
Yeah, I believe a wolf is not a cat.
No, it's definitely not. What in the world am I doing here, man?
Man, all these big runs making you mix up your words. I don't blame you, though.
Well, Carter McKay is going to put this in for the 2-point conversion. 36-33. Look.
They're getting everybody involved in the running game today, aren't they?
Yeah.
That is their, I believe, 5th rusher so far in this game.
You know what? I'm just going to say that I said cats as in, the 1950s slang and call it a day.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, don't put that on the Roman Cleary highlight reel. That one's going to stay off of it.
Yeah.
Let that not discourage you, though, Roman, in your amazing commentator abilities. That is one of the little flukes you have made so far in your career at Arlington High School.
36-33 Arlington. 10:25 to go in the football game.
Looks like the Cats will receive the opening
Yep,
kickoff.
the Cats. That's right.
Sorry, I didn't have to do that. I just wanted to.
No. I would have done the exact same thing if I were in your shoes, man. Ford will kick it away. Ferguson to return this. Ladarian Ferguson. This game is going bananas. Ladarian Ferguson is gone. Cordova will take the lead right back. Touchdown Wolves.
What are we seeing? What is this game? So many big runs, just getting in the open field. Like, how? Like, these defense have been so undisciplined and not prepared just for the big runs.
Welcome to the announcer's dream. Back and forth. Cordova on top of Arlington again, 39-36. Ladarian Ferguson, he had a big return earlier that was called back, which probably makes this feel that much sweeter.
Right when you thought Arlington had the momentum, Cordova comes right back
and
has that kick return touchdown.
And Garcia has a very unfortunate occurrence on that extra point, so it will remain 39-36 Arlington, down by 3.
Yeah, I would say that's not really an unfortunate occurrence there. That's pretty unfortunate because it's been so inconsistent. Like, the kicking for Cordova has not been where it needs to be. It's cost them 3 points. They would be up, or actually maybe 4 points. They would be up 3 or 4 points on this Arlington team, or 6 or 7 points on this Arlington team, but instead it's only at 3.
10-10 to go in the football game. Yes, folks, we still have 10 minutes to go in this game. 10 minutes, man.
Yeah, don't assume that any team has momentum because, as we've seen, the momentum can quickly swing. So if you're a fan of either team right now, don't get too excited about any play that's being made until you see that final scoreboard.
Yeah. It's like watching the 2017 Steelers. Even though you know they're going to score, they're going to give it up right back no matter what team's record is or who they're playing. It can be the 2-10 Bengals or the 13-0 New England Patriots. It doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter what scenario we're in the football game, Roman Cleary is going to find a way to incorporate the Steelers.
Yes, sir. Garcia will kick this off. Jeffrey McCarter. He's not going to return this for a touchdown. Brought down at the 35. Arlington will take it from there.
Yeah, just looking back on an overview of this game, Arlington started out hot, but then Cordova came right back, and ever since then, it's just been momentum swing after momentum swing. Just very inconsistent play on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. It's been fun to watch as a fan, though. Definitely.
A very, very exhausting back-and-forth affair thus far. Wolves up 39-36. But how long will that remain at this rate? 10:04 to go. Buchanan, a little dump down to John Davis. Does that count as a pass completion?
I believe it does, Roman.
I don't know.
And that would be, I believe, the first pass completed since, well, was it the first quarter of last game? Maybe even longer than that. I don't even know.
Well, I know they completed at least one pass last week. Like 1 or 2 passes. Not trying to fault them, but you know their offense is designed around the running game, which has been very obvious tonight. 2nd and 9 coming up for Arlington. They will run it with John Davis on this play. Davis bursting up the middle, right at the sticks, going to be marked a little bit short. It looks like it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, this should just be a situation where you give it to John Davis. Oh,
but then they'll give him the 1st down. It didn't look like Davis got there. We'll take a look at the replay.
Looked a little short from up here in the commentator's booth, but I mean, it looks like we've had a peculiar view on a bunch of these plays so far in this game, so I wouldn't trust us with the positioning of the ball necessarily. Trust the refs.
Buchanan will take this himself here on 1st down. Grant Buchanan Gain of around 8 or 9. It'll be second down.
Grant Buchanan's run game has been solid and very consistent for this Arlington offense. He's been able to get outside and make plays. Even if that one wasn't one of the most explosive plays they've had, that's still a solid 7 or 8 yards, which is what you need if you're Arlington.
Second down and 2 coming up for the Tigers in plus territory now. Arlington looking to go and at least tie this game with a field goal. Buchanan pumps, throwing deep, incomplete, just over the head of Pruitt. Third down and 2 coming up for the Tigers.
I like the idea, just a little overthrown. I mean, it's pretty hard to throw a deep pass like that when you haven't really done that all game. It's really hard to adapt when you've been running the ball the majority of the game. So, I mean, good look, good throw by Grant, just a little over his head.
Third and 2 for Arlington from the Cordova 47-yard line. Buchanan, hands, Antonio Hines. He's got a first down.
Good first down run by Antonio Hines. It's good to even see him on the field. Limping off about midway through the third quarter. It's good to see him back on the field, give a little bit of rest to John Davis, which is well-deserved based on what he's done today.
Well, Davis is coming right back into the game after Hines makes the conversion on 3rd and 2. Arlington now has it on the Cordova 42-yard line. Buchanan hands to Davis on first down. Davis. Good gain, it'll be second down.
From what it looks like to me, it looks like this Arlington offense and the primarily running the ball looks like it's wearing out the Cordova defense a little bit. I mean, their defensive line, it looks a little bit rattled right now.
And what's really impressed me is that despite the fact that Arlington's supposed to have this, low-scoring, conservative type offense, that they've been able to keep up in a shootout of a game like this against the high-flying Cordova Wolves. Handoff to Antonio Hines on second down and 6. Hines has the first down and more. What a run for the senior transfer Antonio Hines. And we have a Cordova player down here.
May have been a cramp or what.
Chris Randolph gets right back up. He was down for a moment. Nice run from Antonio Hines here.
Yeah, good to see someone besides John Davis in the running game be successful, other than Grant, obviously, but good to see him. Good to see Hines on the field, obviously back and healthy, but running the ball very effectively, at least on that play.
1st and 10 from the 26. Buchanan pumps, looks, throws, passes incomplete. And they're going to get Grant Buchanan for what looks to be intentional grounding.
It looked like he was.
Yeah, he was definitely not outside of the tackle box. Threw it to no apparent target either. So yeah, this is going to be intentional grounding against Grant Buchanan. So that'll be a loss of down for the Tigers and the penalty. That's going to set him back on this drive without a doubt.
They might be forced to throw a ball again, at least on this, before the next set of downs, assuming they could get there.
7:14 to go in the football game, in what's been a wild one so far here on AHS Tiger Life. Buchanan hands to Antonio Hines. Hines got back to the original marker, but nothing much after that. It'll be third down.
Interesting play coming up here for Arlington. Do they run the ball, attempt to get the first down and even set yourself up for a good field goal to tie the game, or do you try to throw here, potentially setting up the longer field goal or trying to go for the first down? Really, really crucial play call right here for Arlington. Interesting to see what Shivers is going to do.
It'd be a 41-yard attempt from here, and Cordova just stopped the clock for the final time, it looks like.
Looked like that was Arlington's timeout, I believe.
No. It's Cordova's timeout. They were pointing towards the Cordova's coach.
You are right.
So yeah, that's the Wolves' final timeout of the game.
I say that's a good break for Arlington. Definitely. I mean, it gives you some time to come up with this, as we talked about, crucial play coming up here. So it gives you a little bit more time, but also gives Cordova a little more time to rest. They looked a little fatigued out there, so definitely pretty good for both sides.
Well, the crucial play is coming up right after this. We'll be right back here on AHS Tiger Life. 3rd and 10 for the Tigers coming up in just a moment.
Look at this new crazy calzone from those brainiacs at Little Caesars. It's a pepperoni pizza surrounded by a calzone crust. Little Caesars got us again.
Is it more pizza or more calzone?
I don't know. What do you think, Pizza Bot?
Pizza, calzone, both. Confused. Pizza, calzone, both. Tell my wife. Bleep bloop.
Oh, we're not Big Pizza. We're Little Caesars. The new crazy calzone for $8.49.
Pizza.
Staring contest.
We are back here on AHS Tiger Life. Tigers just failed to convert a 3rd down and 10 a moment ago. Grant Buchanan's pass fell incomplete. 4th down, so out comes Jacob DeShields. This is going to be a 41-yard attempt to try and tie the game.
Missed one earlier from about the same distance. This is a huge field goal.
To tie the game, Jacob DeShields, 6.5 minutes left. Snap is good. It's blocked. It's blocked by Cordova. This ball is still live. Arlington doesn't realize it. And the Wolves are going to have to get back on top of it right now. Oh my goodness. Cordova will score. Touchdown Wolves. Jarvis Wyatt. Arlington had no idea that the ball was live. And as a result, Cordova takes it all the way back. And they are now up by 2 scores.
I don't even know what to say. I am in disbelief. Like, you look forward to the field goal going in, but then it gets blocked, and then there's confusion. Like, Arlington players didn't even know what was going on, and even when they started to realize what was going on, he still was able to run 75 yards for the breakaway touchdown. I mean, no one was really even close to tackling him.
Jarvis Wyatt bobbled with the football multiple times. No Tiger defender was still anywhere near him, and he just easily took it in. That's just not an acceptable play. I hate to put it that way, but that's just not an acceptable play at this level of football. It's just not. Garcia will put it up and make it good. 46-36, Cordova on top now by 10. And if things are going the way they are, Arlington could end up losing to an 0-5 Cordova team here has not been very good so far this year. But they still have plenty of time to get back into this. 6:13 to go in the game.
I mean, we talked about how Cordova has played some decent teams and decent competition, but that is unacceptable. So many mistakes, mental mistakes, play call mistakes that could have been better. You've had some offensive production, but the defensive side of the ball has just been undisciplined. I get Cordova has played some good teams, but at the same time, this is a game that Arlington does not need to lose.
To me, that is squarely on coaching right there, more than anything else. You have to know that ball is live. You just have to.
I mean, the coaches were yelling. I mean, they knew it was live. The players just obviously didn't get the memo and give up a huge play for the 75-yard touchdown.
Garcia will kick this off. Arlington going to get it back after the absolute disaster of a play. Jeffrey McCarter will return it after bobbling it for a moment. And McCarter will bring this up to the 43. Tigers will take it from there. Oh, now we got a fight on the field. Oh my goodness. This game will not stop.
Jay White getting in there. You cannot do that. You cannot continue to have the mental mistakes that they've been having. That could have easily led to a penalty for both sides.
Okay, let's check out exactly what happened here. How did this start?
Watch 14.
Okay, so McCarter comes up and returns the ball. All right, now let's check this out. What exactly happens? See if we can maybe get a shot of. I mean, you and I saw from up here, all of a sudden, Jaron White's just getting in somebody's face.
Extracurricular play there for Jay White. Obviously, some frustration on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe they've been talking the whole game. I don't know, but that has to do with some frustration that they've had on the offensive side of the ball. And here we see Elvis Simpson come back into the game where it looks like they will have to throw the ball more consistently.
And Elvis Simpson has got the better arm between him and Grant Buchanan, so you're going to have to do that. Simpson will throw it here on first down. Pass intended for Hines. Way over his head and incomplete. Will be second down.
Carter McKay holding up his hands there. He was open. Carter McKay was open. Instead, Elvis Simpson settles for the short pass for a 5-yard pass that he overthrows. Like, very questionable throw and questionable IQ there. And that leads to another quarterback change. Elvis gets one shot. And like you said last week, when he's gotten the chance and when he's gotten to be in the spotlight, he has practically failed.
2nd and 10. Antonio Hines will carry here. Hines lost the football. Will Arlington get it back? Yes, they will. Jeffrey McCarter saves Antonio Hines from the turnover. And that is actually going to give Arlington even more yardage.
If you're Arlington, just take a breath. Calm down. You're moving so fast. It's leading to potential mistakes. Really just settle down. I mean, you have enough time to be able to run the ball and get a touchdown. Just limit those mistakes that you could be making.
This has been such a crazy game on so many levels. Buchanan throwing deep. Spencer Pruitt. It is incomplete. Bobbled off his hands multiple times. But incomplete along the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10.
The only guy who has been targeted on this offense primarily has been Spencer Pruitt, yet he has not been able to come away with a catch. He's been given 5 of those opportunities. Some of the throws has been a little short or a little long, but that one was right on the money. Just couldn't haul that one in.
Great coverage from Chris Randolph, but you got to make that catch if you're Pruitt.
Hit him right in the chest.
2nd and 10. Hand to Davis. Tackle made that time from Jackson Hobbs. 3rd down coming up for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
I mean, you have time to run the ball, but the more you run the ball, that's less time you have to make a stop and then score yet again, or potentially kick a field goal. Just you gotta have clock management.
3rd down and 6 coming up for Arlington. Buchanan throws for Pruitt. Passes intercepted, but no, it's dropped. Chris Randolph had another easy interception for Cordova, but he couldn't quite make the play. So it's 3rd down, incomplete pass. So it'll be 4th down and 6.
Roman, have you ever seen a game like this? Like, this is full of mistakes and full of scoring at the same time. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
This is by far the craziest game that I have ever called here on AHS Tiger Life. And we have a penalty here against Cordova.
Where did that even come from?
I have no clue what that was. I'm just going to be honest with you there. So that's going to be a 1st down for Arlington, I guess.
We were too focused on the easy interception dropped. We didn't even know what that penalty was, but sets up Arlington on the 12-yard line. Really good field position. Buchanan
hands to Davis. Davis trying to stay up, but he just can't do it. Doesn't even get a yard that time. It'll be 2nd down.
I mean, Davis on that, we usually see his explosives, but right there he looked very fatigued. His cuts were a little slow. You got to wonder, and obviously from my perspective, he's wearing out a little bit, and now he's coming out of the game for Antonio Hines. Coaches see that as well.
Well, Antonio Hines has been a little bit more effective throughout the past few minutes as Cordova's defense has been very wore down throughout the game. But you're just going to have to make a passing play, in my opinion, here on 2nd down. But they're gonna try it with Grant Buchanan here on 2nd down and 10. Buchanan staying up, down to the 1. Didn't quite get in the end zone. Buchanan did get around the corner, but was tripped up a little just as he was doing it. So it's going to be 3rd down and short.
Looks like 3rd down and 3. Well, if there was ever a crucial play in this game, this is definitely it.
Arlington can get the 1st down here. This is not a goal-to-go situation. You need to know that. Antonio Hines is going to get stuffed, and they're not even going to get the 1st down.
Is this a time for Arlington where you take a timeout, draw up a good play on 4th down, or are you trying to rush here?
I mean, you're running out of time.
You are running out of time.
You are down by 10. Like, you still have to get a stop after this.
Who are they bringing in? Took Grant Buchanan. Looks like, okay.
Buchanan's coming out.
Could we potentially see another Carter McKay run here, or is he lined up on the line of scrimmage?
All right, so, yeah.
Oh, nope, he's in the backfield.
Yeah, so it's going to be another Wildcat play with Carter McKay. McKay is going to spin around defenders. McKay still upright, but he didn't get it. Carter McKay did not get it.
Carter McKay frustrated with his offensive line.
What a play by Cordova to get the stop. And that might be the game right there, honestly.
I mean, I would
Carter
say
McKay,
so.
you got to give it up for him. He tried his absolute best, but Cordova was just all over it. The offensive play calling is just too predictable to Arlington's detriment at this point.
I mean, you've got 2 timeouts.
Like when you just simply cannot establish a passing game at all, you're just not going to be able to win. It doesn't matter who it's against. If you can't pass, you're not going to win football in 2021. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, that play there, they didn't need the passing game. All they needed was a good run. Instead, they just bring a tight end, and, you know, he wasn't quick enough to get to the line in time.
Collins hands to Trey Hammond. Hammond gets a solid gain of 3 or 4. And that's going to end up being second down.
Well, if you're Arlington right here, this is a time where you have to use those timeouts.
Yeah, you got to use the timeouts if you're Arlington, but looks like Coach Shivers has no intention of doing so right now. He's going to let this run. And that's fine by Cordova.
They've got 2 timeouts left. Potentially will use them on 2nd and 3rd down, assuming they can get the stop. But this defense has been on the field a lot, and they've been grinding it out. So they are, I mean, both teams are absolutely worn out right now. So we'll see who has the edge on this play.
2nd down and 4 for Cordova, trying to run this out. Handoff. Arlington gets the stop.
Yep, timeout there for Arlington.
And
good defense.
I believe that's going to be a 3rd down there.
There we go. Good timeout there from Arlington. Set up a good defensive scheme. They'll most likely run the ball, but they've been very unpredictable so far in this game. So watch out for a pass. But if they were to throw a pass and incomplete, that would be really good for Arlington, even though they have little time to score.
Well, this is needless to say, but if Cordova gets this 1st down, the game is over. I mean,
it is.
So the game is coming down to this right here, right now. 2:05 to go. Cordova's up by 10. Arlington needs to get a stop here if they want to at least have a chance of winning this game at some point. Even if you get the stop and you score, you're going to have to kick an onside kick. That's just a fact right there. So 3rd down and 5, game virtually on the line here. Cordova is backed up to their own 8-yard line.
And not a super solid kicking game for Cordova. So if they were to miss this and have to punt, I mean, you're already starting off with good field position for Arlington, yet you were down to 2 minutes on the clock already.
Here we go. 3rd down and 5, game on the line for Arlington. Collins hands, and the Tigers will get the stop. Actually lost a yard or 2 there. And Arlington will call another timeout.
So he will be punting from the end zone. Every time Cordova had to punt, which is maybe been 2 or 3 times this game, Arlington has gotten really close to blocking it. So watch for the rush right here. They're just going to try to load the box and even try to get a hand on this ball.
2:01 to go. Arlington getting the ball back, down by 10. It's going to take a miracle here at this point if you're going to win this, if you're Arlington. Only a timeout left.
Really? Do they have a timeout left?
Yeah, you're gonna have to use an onside kick even if you score. So you're already pretty much asking for a miracle right there.
I mean, it's gonna be really hard, but based on what we've seen on this game, it would pretty much fit the norm of what's been going on so far. So don't count Arlington out just yet.
This has been probably the craziest 4th quarter that I've ever been a part of as a broadcaster. And I'm happy to have you joining me along for the ride here, Jake. It's been great.
Yeah, definitely. Proud to call this game with you, especially this game, because this game has been wild, and it's hopefully continues to be wild if Arlington can get on the board.
Blocked! He blocked the punt! He blocked the punt! That's going to be a safety. Oh, my goodness. And that is going to be – and now this is going to be a one-possession game again. Oh, my goodness. Arlington blocked the punt, and that's a safety.
Well,
which means that Cordova is going to give up 2 points to the Tigers, so it's now 46-38, and the Tigers are going to get the ball back within a score.
Good defense there from Arlington. I will say I did call that play, so I'm kind of happy about that. But I mean, with the poor kicking game from Cordova, I mean, it was bound to happen at some point. Just not what you wanted at the end of the game for Cordova, but it will be a one-possession game. Again, they will have to rely on this passing game. They've got one timeout with 1:58 left, but it's going to be good to see. We need good play calling here if you're Arlington. Just really crucial all around here if you're Arlington offense. Now this is a time where you really need good play calling. You really need everybody to step up and really just put that fatigue away. I mean, if you can, give your last effort that you've got and just try to tie up this game.
Well, all of a sudden, thanks to the blocked punt and the safety, Arlington's going to have a chance to tie the game now. No timeouts remaining, 1:58 to go in the game. But you're going to have to pass the ball. You're just going to have to. Running game is not going to really work here in this situation. It's just not. Unless you break off a big burst immediately, which that's most likely not going to happen, as good as John Davis is, you're going to need to pass the football.
Yeah, and there should be no question on who the quarterback needs to be. Definitely needs to be Grant Buchanan. Even if you say Elvis has the better arm, I mean, he has not displayed that at all the past 2 or 3 games. You got to keep Grant in here. He's got better IQ. It seems like he's maybe even had the better arm the past couple games. He's shown that today so far.
Here is Garcia. Remember, this is a live football, so you've got to get on top of this. He will. Jeffrey McCarter will, that is. Jeffrey McCarter. Jeffrey McCarter, he's going to be tackled. Oh, my goodness.
What is happening?
Cordova barely saved another touchdown right there. But the Tigers will get it on the 45 with a chance to tie up the game.
We're inside 2 minutes. And this is, if you're a football fan, this is exactly what you came to see. A hectic game, a wild game, as we've seen, especially this run by McCarter. It looked like, at least from here, that he could have broken away, but that late tackle by number 13 really secured that. They're down at the 44-yard line. Good field position to start out.
1st and 10 from the 44. Arlington has to tie up the game. They have to do it right here, right now, or they will drop to 2 and 4.
If you're Arlington, you are doing anything you can to prohibit an interception or a fumble. Just give yourself a chance in this game.
Buchanan going to hand to John Davis. Davis up the middle. John Davis. That's going to be a first down.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't be pushing and shoving right now. Just get on the ball.
You got to hurry up, especially those run plays.
First down will temporarily stop the clock, but now they got to get right back on it. Clock is on the run here, folks. Buchanan, right back to Davis again. Davis, got to get out of bounds, he does.
Plowed through somebody and then got out of bounds. That is a perfect scenario. I mean, we talked about the little time they had to score, but the solid 2 runs they've had on this drive so far have really set them up to where they can run the ball pretty much freely if they get back to the line pretty fast.
2nd down, 10 yards to go for Arlington. That's not right. 2nd down and 5, excuse me. Buchanan, right back to Davis again. John Davis. 1st down and a flag.
Would that be a face mask or a horse collar? Or?
Flag came in late. Player is down for Cordova. Gerald Savage is down after the play is over. But what's the flag here?
I mean, it was on the run, so I really don't know. Let's watch this play here.
Let's watch the face mask. Yeah, that's a face mask.
Yeah, that looks like a face mask to me. Little contact on the face mask, but it was enough. I mean, little contact in this game has been enough to throw a flag, so that's something you have to call there if you're the ref.
That's a 5-yard face mask penalty.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a face mask. So 1st down, Arlington. Ball's now on the 21-yard line. Hines on the carry now, and Hines is going to be tripped up. Gotta go. Still over a minute left in the game.
I mean, you want to go, but a minute and 10 seconds is still a lot of time. Go quick, but, I mean, you still got time to work with.
And Buchanan's going to spike the football.
There you go.
So it's now going to be third down coming up for the Tigers with 1:06 to go, down by 8.
I mean, now you're in a position where if you run the ball here and don't get the first down, your clock management is really, I mean, you really don't have an option. I mean, you either have to run the ball fast or you have to throw. I mean, if Arlington chooses to run the ball here like they've done the majority of the time, it might set them up for a really challenging fourth down.
Third down coming up, or excuse me, that was actually first down where. Wait, no. Hines took the carry on first down to Buchanan.
Spiked it. Second down. Okay.
All right, second down. Buchanan throwing. Davis caught, dropped. Davis had a touchdown, but he couldn't come down with it. It was a tough catch, though. Third down coming up for the Tigers. Exactly 60 seconds left to go in the football game.
Tough catch is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, it looked like Grant threw another one of those dimes we've been talking about. I mean, hit him right in the hands. Like, that's one you have to come up with. I get fatigue as a factor, but late in this game, you have to come up with that touchdown.
Third down, 8 yards to go from the Cordova 13-yard line. A huge chance for Arlington to score and tie up this game. They would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Looks like the play clock isn't even running, so they have time to drop a play here.
They got in this position after, because we're in the middle of an injury timeout.
Oh, we were right. This is fourth down. Yeah, this is fourth down right here.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the chain gang, but yeah, I thought my counting was correct. Yeah, so this is actually going to be fourth down and 8. Well, let's shift gears. Game on the line, everybody.
Yeah, that was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, fourth down and 8. It's fourth down and 8 coming up here.
Now this is the game.
Here we are. Game on the line, ladies and gentlemen. If Arlington gets this, they'll have a chance. If Cordova gets a stop, they'll win the game. Handoff to John Davis, and it is short. And that's going to be the game. Cordova will take it home and win their first game of the season over the Arlington Tigers. Arlington drops to 2-4. Cordova moves up to 1-5, Jake.
Heartbreak on the Arlington sideline. I mean, there's not much you can even say. I mean, this is a team you may have overlooked coming into the game. 0-5 record. Don't let that show. That doesn't really display how much talent they really have on the offensive side of the ball, especially.
So yeah, Cordova's just going to run this out here. 53 seconds. No timeouts remaining for Arlington. This game is over. For the second week in a row, Arlington fails on a drive to try and tie up or take the lead in the game. Cordova's going to run this out. But with that being in mind, let's get into tonight's AHS Tiger Life Play of the Game, brought to you by Duke Insurance.
That was a quick play.
If we can get the replay brought up here, have a little bit of a malfunction in the area. All right, here we go. We're going to check it out. Right here, right now, Cordova just kneeled the ball. But yep, there it is. Play of the game. Just absolutely inexcusable if you're Arlington here, Jake.
Just poor communication, poor IQ. I mean, if you watch football, you know that that's a play that you have to keep going on until the whistle is blown. I mean, we've seen that in many games so far this season in college football especially. You just got to play until the whistle is blown. I mean, just heartbreak for the Arlington sideline right now.
And that is going to be the end of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Cordova's going to take it 46-38. Cordova moves down to, or moves up rather, to 1-5. Arlington down to 2-4. But that's going to be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're off next week, but we're back on October the 8th as Arlington takes on Germantown, along with the rest of the AHS Tiger Life crew and Jake Stoop. This is Roman Cleary signing out. Good night, everybody.